FM radio. Them boys be sliding, so we riding and we ready to go. 100,000 watts full throttle, baby, ready to blow. We passing coke out to Jupiter, we got your attention. You can tune in anywhere, but listen at your discretion. To the legend, Mr. Hotman can't stop from each other deuce. My brother got his own hot burger at Tucker Deuce. Now I rush more of these sports, spitting the truth. It's Channing Crowder, greatest Dolphins, who rock the 52. Solana one best of Miami, the voice of FIU. We reppin' to Miami, the Heat and the Panthers too. We reppin' for the Marlins, the Dolphins, that's how we do. We reppin' for the Crips, so it's always about the you. Hey Jimmy, please get Appel on the phone and tell him that it's on. I finally got his name on the song. Can't do it wrong, cause it sounds so sweet. You spit the facts while I keep the crowd on their feet. Football season be the reason that I be bringing this heat. Georgia music representing 104.3. Hey,
welcome to the show. Here we go. Crowd will be with us in minutes. He is in New York. He is minutes away from signing on to a very important Hochman, Crowder, and Solana program. Today's National Beer Day. Big for him, not for me, but big for him. I'm going to the Marlins game, so I guess I'll have to have a beer. You have to have one beer, one glizzy every season, right? Isn't that the way that you kick off a season at the ballpark?
I think you should have one brew and one glizzy every game.
Should I do the 999 challenge?
I don't think you'll survive the 999 challenge.
I would not. You'd have to give me a week to do the 999 challenge. The line last night for the UConn game, UConn plus 6.5. They lost by 6. It's just amazing.
Crazy.
Like, you want to know why gamblers watch games differently than those who are just enjoying? Because there were a couple times where you're like, oh, UConn might be able to withstand this and win this game. When you're a gambler, I didn't bet last night. I just didn't know anything about the teams. But when you're a gambler and the line is 6.5 and it ends up being 6, man. Like, you can just see how that stuff is just mind-numbing at times. Like, just crazy how close these odds makers can get it. I don't know. Everybody's, I'm guessing Heat Nation is all over this Shams story about the Heat almost had the deal for Giannis done.
Yep.
Seems like the Heat front office thought that it was going to be done. And from what Shams is reporting, essentially at the trade deadline, Milwaukee said no to the Heat 18 hours before the deadline was over. That's it, 18 hours, less than a day. The Heat's offer was the final offer being considered by Milwaukee. That was it. All the other offers, they had been told no, and it was down to the Heat. And the Heat essentially said to them, anything. Whatever you want, other than Bam, take them. And they almost had a deal, and Milwaukee decided that we'll wait till the offseason. I don't know if they intended for it to get this ugly, because now it might. Here's the thing, though. My guess is whatever the Heat offered in the middle of the season, they'll offer it again. They're not playing hardball now.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
oh, stop it. Now you'd play hardball? So
it's not hardball. It's not hardball. It's not, hey, we're taking everything off the table and you're going to listen to us now. But it's Milwaukee. Things have gotten ugly. Things have gotten much worse. And now on top of it, Giannis Antetokounmpo is at risk of leaving you guys with nothing because he's not going to sign that extension. I think that's pretty evident now. He's not going to sign that extension with the Milwaukee Bucks. So the Bucks don't have much leverage here, Hawk, and that could come into play. I'm not even just saying for the Miami Heat. I'm saying for all these other suitors they were hoping would jump into play and that would lead to a better offer. It might not. It might work the other way because of how ugly it got.
But I don't think it works into a better offer. Now, you never know because the way things ended for other teams, you may look and go, hey, whatever it takes, I want to bring them in. They've had more time to think about it, more time to see it all through. Oh, there's Crowder signing in from a faceless ballroom in New York.
Boy.
Oh, it looks like you're in a ballroom. You're in an actual hotel room?
Yeah, I'm in a hotel room. Bonvoy, New York, Chelsea. I'm in
Look at
Chelsea.
that. Oh, you got to go to Chelsea Market.
For what?
Food.
Yeah.
What do you mean for what?
The tacos. You ever have the tacos at Chelsea Market? I forgot the place.
You know,
but
I believe it was. You remember, I was part of the smash and grab. It was actually an armed robbery when I was in New York. I think it was in Chelsea. Is there like a? Is there like a
Gucci? Wasn't it
Gucci?
Gucci
I think it
store?
was Gucci. Yeah, I held the door for the burglars.
Yeah. There's a high end. There's a high end side of town when you held the door for the burglars.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
little loud, Jimmy. Let's make him just a touch.
There's no zombies down this way.
Not like San Francisco zombies.
Yeah, I usually go zombie hunting if I have extra time. And this morning I was walking around looking for zombies. There was no zombies.
Anyway, I was just talking about the Heat being very close to obtaining Giannis during the middle of the season, during the trade deadline. This is what Shams had reported, that the Heat were the last team remaining. And it was only 18 hours before the trade deadline passed where Milwaukee said no. But what I was saying to Solana was, let's say they want to play a little hardball now. I don't think where would you draw the line if you're the Heat? In other words, if you were willing to offer Kalel and Tyler Hero and draft picks for Giannis before, now you're going to say what? You can't have Kalel?
No, but there were other players involved in the deal. And I don't know who those players are because they weren't reported, but it was reported other players. And my guess is maybe that could have been Jaime Jaquez Jr., who kind of revitalized his career this year. Maybe it could
But in
have
other
been.
words, let me just ask you, though, would you not do a Giannis deal if it had to include Jaime Jaquez Jr.? Because we're going to get into the same problem that Heat fans have been complaining about for the longest.
I think you do the Giannis deal, but you don't give up
no matter
everything.
What. Yes,
it
you
sounds
give
like
up
the Heat.
everything.
It sounds like the Miami Heat put everything on the table, other than Bam Adebayo, and the Bucks turned it down. And now things got ugly for you. You risk, if you don't trade Giannis, losing him for nothing. Other teams are savvy to that as well. And the Miami Heat were there from the beginning. That has to matter.
In other words, you would hold it up over Triple J.
It's not just Triple J. Triple J, Pella, Kasparis Yakuchonis. I believe at least two of those three were on the table along with Tyler Hero and Kalel Ware. And I don't think you include all of those guys anymore. Honestly, I don't. I don't think you include every single one of those guys. For Giannis Antetokounmpo, who this year, I got to watch out with what I say, because if he does come here.
He's 100% coming here. And he's going to be coming here for all the guys you're saying not to give up.
So just let me get this right. It's Ware and Tyler.
I think he ends up in Brooklyn. That's my guess.
Solana, Ware and Tyler are on the table. If they throw in Triple J, is that still a yes? If they throw in Yakuchonis, now that's a no?
You can't give up all your young assets now, along with Tyler and Kalel Ware for Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Heat would look silly doing so. He's getting another year older. He hasn't been able to stay healthy over the past 3 seasons. And the Bucks have zero leverage in this entire situation now. Zero leverage. That has to count for something. The Heat should come away with something that they were willing to offer that they no longer want to offer anymore. That's all I'm saying. It's no longer whatever you want.
When do you put your foot down? Because where Tyler, let's say that's the deal. Is it Triple J or Yaku?
But in other words, you're putting your foot down at Triple J.
Triple J, the no.
But why are we scoffing at Triple J? I mean, this dude's about to be 6th man of the year.
No, I'm not. What I'm saying is this is the hamster wheel that has gotten the Heat in trouble a million times over, and you're falling into the trap again.
Yes, but is it not worth considering?
Yes.
If you're Pat Riley.
Yes.
That
I know what you're going to say.
Injuries
yes.
are the biggest impediment to the Heat being,
by the way, if
good.
Giannis comes to the Heat, and Giannis, Bam, and Triple J are here, that's better than just Giannis and Bam. I'm with you, but I don't hold it up over that. No. I'm telling you, I don't. I've watched this play out. There's a little bit of, I don't want to call this breaking news, but there's a percolating news story. Ian Rappaport, all the other NFL reporters. New Dolphins coach Jeff Hafley told reporters that Devon Achane is not present for the voluntary offseason program, which started today, calling it, quote, part of the business. Ian Rappaport says heading into the final year of his deal, a new contract for Achane is a priority. Barry Jackson in the Herald, Achane, who told me in November that a contract extension is important to him, was not here at the start of voluntary offseason program. Hafley said, quote, he's not going to dive into talks. They'll work it out. Sullivan has said he would like to agree to an extension with Achane. Pro Football Talk. Devon Achane did not attend the start of Dolphins offseason workouts. It goes on and on. So there's a little percolating story. Will Devon Achane be a holdout if he doesn't get an extension?
He will not touch the field in Miami Gardens until he has more money in his bank account.
Seems like it would probably be headed in that direction.
I don't know why he would step on the field without an extension, by the way. I don't blame Devon Achane in the slightest.
This is his hit. This is the time he has to hit somebody in the head. He's a Pro Bowler.
When the window opens, man, if you don't climb through it, that window can close real quick.
Yeah, and I go out there at OTAs and tear my knee up. Now y'all take my money down to $5 million a year and not $20 million a year. No, he's not coming without a contract. I've been saying that the entire offseason.
But I still want to ask both of you. The Dolphins make him a top 5 paid running back. We're okay with that?
I am. And all I said was at the offseason, certain guys you can identify as this guy's exceptionally good, and however long a rebuild takes or wherever we are, this guy's going to be beneficial to have. And so for me, Devon Achane is one of the only guys. We've talked about it. Maybe Jordan Brooks, Devon Achane, you'd be hard-pressed to find another where you say, hey, lock that guy up for a long time.
And that's the thing. Sully really has to figure that out. Is Devon Achane for the next 5 years through the rebuild going to still be Devon Achane in 2030? And that's what they have to figure out is if he can be there once they have to rebuild this entire roster and drafts and all that stuff. And Devon wants to get paid. You can pay him or you don't pay him. But Hoch, my only pushback would be, how many wins does Devon Achane add to your win total next year and the year after?
You have an offense devoid of offense. If you don't, like, you've gotten rid of Jalen Waddle, you have an offense devoid of offense if you don't have Devon Achane back there in the backfield. Period. End of story. That was the break glass in case of emergency guy for Mike McDaniel. How many times did he get bailed out because Devon Achane just said, I'm putting the ball in the end zone. Wherever you get it to me, I'm going to put the ball in the end zone. I mean, you can't do that to Hafley, and you can't do that to Malik Willis, in my opinion.
That's what it'll be. If you get rid of Achane, Malik Willis has if Achane's not here, who's the number 1 and number 2 weapon on the Dolphins roster?
Tutu Atwell.
Hey, go show out, Malik. You got Tutu Atwell.
And they got rid of our fullback.
Man, ain't nobody worried about no damn Ian Ingold.
I couldn't remember what his name was. Couldn't remember. All right, let's do headlines. It's Masters Week. It's National Beer Day. I mean, we got action, Jack. So let's do headlines. Josh Appel is going to join us today. Talk about it Tuesday. We're doing that. You got 3 teams in action tonight. You've got the Heat, the Panthers, and the Marlins all playing. And all those games are on a variety of our radio stations. So this is a full night of action. Headlines are brought to you by Durrell Hyundai. You always pay less with your Pricito at Durrell Hyundai. Visit them at Durrell Hyundai or DurrellHyundai.com.
Yeah, the Hafley era officially begins today because offseason voluntary workouts start today for the Miami Dolphins. Quinn Ewers reportedly can't attend. He is preparing for his Dancing with the Stars audition.
That's not true. I believe Quinn Ewers was there, right? But he did get caught on video dancing.
Hey, man, you ever been to Naples?
Naples is nice.
That plays well in Naples. That plays well.
6th Street? You ever been to 6th Street in Naples? It's a good time.
Yeah, man.
That plays well in Naples?
That does play well in Naples because Naples is old. So you get a young guy dancing there or whatever, that guy's got his pick of the litter. Now, the litter happens to be 60 plus.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a litter or a retirement home, but he's going to get them.
Oh, I mean, there's nobody more desirable than that guy.
Hey, Crowder, are these off-season voluntary workouts, like, are they meaningful? I guess new coach, they get the extra 12 days or whatever.
Are they even workouts? Like, are they workouts or are they just meetings?
meetings workouts.
OTAs. Is this OTAs, off-season training activities?
No, this is
voluntary workouts.
Is it workouts? Okay.
Yeah.
It's and I don't know, I've been in what 12 years now, but this was workout in the morning and then you go and learn the new defense offense that's being implemented. So it's probably good with a new coach. So you can learn the X and O's of stuff, but if they're not on the field, I would tell you stories about Junior Seau. He wouldn't come to meetings because he's like, I know how to play cover 2. We're good, boy.
It's got to be so cool to be an athlete with that much cachet. Like, yeah, I'm good, coach.
I mean,
no
badass,
problem.
right? Badass.
Yeah.
Oh, George Edwards was the linebacker coach my rookie year with Junior. That's when Junior, Zach, and Jason were in the linebacker room because we went to a 3-4. Junior would poke his head in the meeting room. GE, what we doing today, buddy? We're gonna watch practice and go over cover 7. 2-man? Yeah, 2-man. I was at practice. I saw that already. I'll see y'all tomorrow. And he would leave, Junior, getting his Jeep Wrangler and drive home. It was the funniest thing in the world.
I love that.
That and Jason Taylor practicing in free runs when everybody else has like cleats on, pads on.
JT, it was a Jordan athlete. He used to wear Jordans to practice threes.
So funny.
The Miami Heat do play tonight. They're in Toronto. They'll play 2 times in Toronto, today and Thursday. They've got 4 games remaining in the regular season. And here's the deal. If the Heat lose today, they are officially eliminated from a top 6 seed. So they're in the play-in tournament no matter what. They can't fall out of the play-in tournament, but they're still technically, mathematically, in a spot where they could be a 6 seed, the 6 seed. But losing today, no more. They're a play-in tournament team no matter what happens.
And I'm assuming the same will hold true for Thursday. Like,
yeah, I don't know exactly like what all the machinations are. The Sixers lost yesterday against the Spurs, and the Heat are 2 games back of the Raptors, who are the 7 seed. So, the Heat could pass the Raptors by beating them in these 2 games, hold the season series, jump them, and then the Sixers could lose out, who are the 6 seed, and Miami could jump them as well. But yeah, like once Philadelphia wins 2 more games, if that happens, or if the Raptors were to win out after the Heat beat them today, again, there's so many different machinations.
Yeah, Solana, but we got to keep Yakuchonis.
I'm telling you, and I'm like, I know what you're saying because I do this every year with the Heat. And by the way, rarely do I do what I'm doing with the Dolphins. I shouldn't say that. I like signing everybody for long-term deals. I was going to say rarely do I do what I'm talking about with HN, but I wanted the long-term deal. Like I celebrated the one for Tyreek and Waddle and Tua, and I just signed Chris Greer to a 10-year extension. So I'm guilty of falling in love with the personnel who's here. I'm always guilty of that. I like that. That's why I believe Davis and De Los Santos should be up in the majors. But regardless, the Heat, though, have shown you over and over again, it just needs to be blown up. And when I say blown up, I mean keep Bam, everyone else. While I'd love to have Jaime Jaquez Jr. and see him with Giannis and Bam, while I'd love to keep Tyler and see him with them on a small deal, or Norman Powell or whoever, like it ain't working. It ain't working. I wouldn't hold up that deal for Giannis for anything, even if it doesn't pan out. Even if Giannis gets here and is injured and 3/4 of the player he once was, you got to do something.
Yeah.
You can't have – this is reminiscent of what we did with the Panthers, right? How many games in hand? How many games in hand? And every season, we would get to the end of the season, we go, how many games in hand? How many games in hand? Well, mathematically, they could still wiggle their way in because they've got 3 more games in hand.
But you're talking about leveraging your future for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and
what future? The play-in future?
The play-in future. It's just like, who was it? Ekblad. Remember? We're all upset getting rid of Ekblad. Oh, that's Ekblad. That's our guy. No, you bring in a bunch of good players for Ekblad and you win a damn Stanley Cup.
But he's still on the team, just so you know.
Who to get rid of?
You're talking about Jonathan Huberdeau.
Yeah. Huberdeau.
Doobie-doo.
Huberdeau. Like that was it was like, oh, we can't get rid of Huberdeau. Yeah, and now we got better players and we win a championship. Like
Right.
Solana,
But
you don't
imagine
hold
if
anything
the
up for
Panthers-
Yaku Chonis or Triple J because his sister won a national championship. I don't care.
I just don't think, first of all, that matters to me. Gabriela Jaquez. Like, I want to sign her.
Matters to me as well.
But you can't compare
How
what
is she
the
gonna help them
Panthers did
win?
and what the Heat did. I understand, or what the Heat may have on the table. I understand. The Panthers traded literally at that point probably the best player in franchise history to that point.
Yep.
Barkey's going to pass him. Kachuk is going to pass him, all that stuff. But to that point, I get it. But they didn't trade 4 first-round picks with him. They didn't trade multiple first-round pick swaps. They didn't trade 3 of their youngest players along with Huberdeau. And that's what you're suggesting the Heat do for Giannis, which, by
Yes.
the way, in February, I was all for it. Now, knowing what I know about how toxic it's gotten in Milwaukee,
Forget about
all
whether
that.
you have leverage or not. I'm asking you, bottom line, if it came down to Jaquez or no, you're telling me you'd hold the line.
I probably wouldn't. I'd send that in a
You
heartbeat.
have to.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yaku Chonis.
Interesting. On this day, all these baseball movies get released.
Yeah.
On this day in 1976, Bad News Bears was released. This day in 1989, Major League was released.
Mhm.
This day in 1993, The Sandlot was released.
Yeah.
The Benchwarmers, is that baseball or no? I've never seen that.
Yeah.
That's baseball. That's probably the best baseball movie.
Benchwarmers?
Yeah.
I thought that was football.
No, Sandlot. No, Benchwarmers is baseball, but Sandlot got all of those. I love Sandlot.
Why are all the baseball movies released?
Well,
on
because
today?
this is typically like the first or second week of baseball. So they're trying to capture on the enthusiasm of baseball being back.
Baseball. Benchwarmers is with Rob Schneider and David Spade.
Yeah.
It's a funny movie.
And the guy from Napoleon Dynamite.
13% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, you trust them?
That's not enough to make.
13%.
Check the fanometer.
All right. Let's see.
99. Put money on it.
Let's see. The tomato meter.
But that's
critics. 13%.
Mhm.
The popcorn meter.
The popcorn meter.
64%.
Boom.
There we go.
More accurate.
D+.
It's really a D-.
I mean, it sounds terrible. Is Rob Schneider on the team?
Yeah.
Like as a player?
You want me to read you the plot? Because
No.
I think I can sell you on it.
I think I got it.
No, I don't
I think I
you do.
got it. No, I get it.
I don't think
It's-
you do.
I get it.
It's 3 grown men that play kids.
Yeah, I get it. I got it.
They never got to fulfill
Yeah.
their
Oh, I
dreams of playing baseball.
Can't imagine why.
So as
Rob
adults,
Schneider is the size of a trophy.
they've been allowed to play in a little league competition.
All right. I got it.
They're backed
Then-
by a billionaire.
Hijinks ensue. I got it.
Jinx and Sue.
And Nick Swartzen eats actual lotion,
Mm.
sunscreen.
Okay. I got it.
Okay. Marlins, by the way, speaking of baseball, they did lose yesterday to the Cincinnati Rojos.
Yeah.
They'll play them again tonight, 6:40 p.m. You got Sandy on the bump, though.
Yeah, let's go. Come on. I'm playing around here.
I'm about done with this Jansen junk, by the way.
What are
I
you
don't know.
talking
I
about?
don't
He had
know.
an unbelievable game.
Win the game.
You did not watch a single inning if you're about done with Jansen Junk. Jansen Junk went longer than he's ever pitched yesterday, looked better than he's ever looked.
2 starts. How many wins?
He gave up 2 runs. You really can't ask for more, right? Didn't he give up 2 runs last night? Was it 2-0 was the final?
2-0 was the final.
Yeah, he was phenomenal.
When you score nothing, Solana, it's pretty much on the bats.
He just I haven't watched the entire game and the post-game show, and they were talking about, wow, if there's any positive to glean from tonight, it's how great Jansen Junk looked.
That's on you, man. National title game was on.
Yeah.
6.5. They win by 6. This Vegas is so smart.
Crazy. It's crazy.
Your weather in South Florida, 80 degrees. Been raining all day.
Yeah.
It's supposed to rain tomorrow and Thursday as well. This weather report was brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping homeowners stay safe this storm season. Visit tornadoroofing.com for free roof and window estimate.
All right, Josh Appel is going to join us in the next segment, so do not go anywhere. We have a lot to talk about, including the Masters Week.
Playoff push. It's heating up right around the corner, and there's no better way to cash in on high-flying hoops action than with Prize Picks, where every bucket, every dime, every win, it means more. Just download the Prize Picks app. I'm telling you, you will not regret it. If you've never used the app, I've been telling you about it. It's so simple. You want to download it. You want to put in my code, Solana, and with that code, you're going to get $50 instantly. All you have to do is play your first $5 lineup. And you're probably saying, hey, how do I play my first $5 lineup? Well, all you're doing is picking more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. You get those picks right, and you can cash in. So, for example, you got a game tonight. I'm going to open up the app. Look how easy this is. I'm going to open up the app right now, and you've got your game tonight. You're going to click on the game for tonight. Jaime Jaquez Jr., we were just talking about him, 11.5 points. You think Jaime is going to score more than 11.5? You click on more. You think Jaime is going to score less than 11.5? You click on less. You do that for 2 to 6 players and different stat projections. Points, you've got rebounds, you've got assists, you've got pretty much anything. Field goal attempts, field goals made, points, rebounds, and assists all together. Any stat projection that the app has listed, which is pretty much everything, rebounds, assists, blocks, and you get those right, you cash in. That's it. That's how simple it is. It's not just basketball, by the way. It's baseball, it's hockey, it's UFC, it's soccer, it's college basketball, it's tennis, it's golf, it's esports, it's everything. So download the Prize Picks app. Join me and millions of users. Use code Solana, SOLANA. You get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. You must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for details.
You're listening to the Hoch, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Text threads are meant for pictures of Jimmy's hot dog. That song can mean only one thing. Josh Appel. Why? I don't know. Josh Appel's on the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. He is a play-by-play announcer for the NFL on Sports USA. Does a ton of soccer this time of year. He's a new dad. He's a Marlins fan. He's a Panthers fan. I mean, he's a fan of all the local sports teams. He's a fan of the Masters. He's wearing his azalea hat, which means it's Masters season. But this time of year, we're usually preparing for an NHL postseason that features the Panthers. We're kind of used to going through what we're going through with the Heat, which is figuring out, play-in and matchups and scenarios. And the Marlins, I think they've been a little more exciting than we thought they were going to be, even with the loss last night. But it's a little different this time of year with no Panthers, right? This one feels a little bit different.
Yeah, it certainly does. And I think, I'd like to congratulate Solana and his Buffalo Sabres for the season they're having. And it's a shame that anybody really underestimated them way back in November, because they
Who
have
is your
been
favorite player on the Sabres?
Saberhood.
I'm sorry?
Saberhood. I can't choose one. It's just
the whole
community.
Saberhood.
Yeah, Saberhood.
Sure.
I think I'm joining the Saberhood for this postseason. I think I'm in on Buffalo. It's really cool. Like, it reminded me a lot of what it felt like when the Panthers finally made the playoffs and won a series after, 12 years of missing it in a row, and then 22 years, whatever it ended up being, of them actually winning a playoff round. It felt a lot like that. And Buffalo's got a good fan base, including Solana. So I'm in on the Sabres in this postseason. And Alex Lyon, by the way, there's your answer, Solana. Alex Lyon, he is one of their goalies. Yeah. It is weird. And
to win the
Stanley Cup final.
Yeah. I mean, should we get behind them in some weird way here? Are they good, Appel, or are they just sneaking into the playoffs?
No, they're good. They've been, honestly, since they fired their general manager, they have lost, I think, something like one game.
How much is it?
Which I believe they fired their GM the day after
you said,
I brought them
buying?
up.
Yeah, are you buying the Sabres?
And they literally have lost like one time since then. It's incredible. They're battling the Lightning for the division.
They're plus 1,600 to win the Stanley Cup, but that's not that far down the list. I mean, there's a lot of teams behind them. Favorite is Colorado Avalanche plus 300, then the Lightning plus 400, Hurricanes, Stars, Golden Knights, Oilers, and then Sabres. Should we ride with the Sabres?
I just put it in. I just put it in at plus 1,600.
Nice. I can't put it in.
Crowder, go ahead. Put it in. Go ahead. Oh, you're in New York. You can't.
Yeah, I can't bet on Hard Rock.
You're better off. Actually, you can go to a Buffalo Sabres game while you're up in New York.
I'm on a 740. I'm headed back south.
You can really show your fandom there. Yeah, but the Panthers, like, so what, right?
Yeah, look, the writing was kind of on the wall after the Winter Classic. They lost that game. Seth Jones was out for an extended period of time, and they were kind of hanging around the playoffs and the race for the postseason around the Winter Classic. But another major injury to one of their key players, it was like, all right, like, this is just what this season is going to be. And now Matthew Tkachuk's not. I know they've already been eliminated, but Matthew Tkachuk is not going to play tonight. He and his wife are expecting a child. So he is basically on the equivalent of the paternity list for the Panthers. Not that these games matter anymore, but it is just a ragtag group of guys that they're just trying to get to the end of the season with. And they'll all get a full.
Sounds like the plot to Benchwarmers.
Which is on my Mount Rushmore of best sports movies of all time.
Good movie.
Great movie with a great message. No bullying.
Come on.
Hey, Josh, how do you feel about that paternity leave for sporting fans or I'm not sporting fans, athletes? Because if my wife was pregnant during the season, I'm about to go to play a game. I have to support the new baby.
You took 8 weeks of paternity leave on the radio station, and you could have done the show from home.
That wasn't football, though. That wasn't Sundays.
You literally took, right? Didn't he take 8 weeks? Like
6 weeks.
I think it was 8.
It was 8.
Yeah.
It was 6.
Hey, So Pete Fairbanks for the Marlins is on the paternity list because his wife is having a child. He'll be gone from the team for probably a handful of days, and then he'll be back. The Marlins have played 10 games this season. Go be with your wife and go be there for the birth of your kid. I don't think there's, I can't even believe I'm answering this question seriously. Like, go be with your wife and be there for the birth of your kid. Like,
It's a ridiculous question, especially when Crowder, if he's on the pivot, he'll tear up about how great it is to be there. Like, he's just playing to a crowd. Like, it's so,
listen, I had to be there for that week 12 game against the Bills. What were they going to do without me?
Solana and I have sat through this a million times.
Here's the best part about this story, though. Jimmy Butler, when he first signed with Miami, he missed the first 3 games of the regular season for personal reasons, but it was for the birth of his daughter. When we find that out, Crowder crushes Jimmy Butler.
Right.
I'm talking about
he'll play basketball.
2 weeks worth of shows where he's ripping Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
Who cares? It's one daughter. You'll have another one. You just got to a new team. Less than a year later, Crowder took 8 weeks
for his third
paternity
child, by the way.
While
He's
we're
already done it.
While we're all working from home because
Yeah.
of COVID.
Yeah.
I've told y'all the story about Tabucky Jones and Nick Saban. So Tabucky Jones goes to Nick Saban and says, hey, my wife's pregnant, 9 months pregnant. If she goes into labor, I'm going to leave. Is that okay? And he comes back to the locker room and T-Buck is kicking buckets and he's all upset. We're like, what's up, T-Buck? He said, man, Saban told me, how many kids do I have? And he was like, I have 3 already. He said, so you've seen 3 babies get born. My entire team is on the field at 4 p.m. today.
Yeah, but you realize you tell that story.
Manhood.
The hero is Tabucky Jones, and the idiot is Nick Saban. Like the way, but I'm not kidding you. This plays out on the pivot. It ends with RC, Crowder, and Fred hugging on camera tightly, talking about how important fatherhood is, more important than anything. He's such a fraud. It's the most fraudulent take of all.
In this context, what prompted that question was Matthew Tkachuk leaving the Panthers with 5 games left in the season for a literal meaningless game of theirs in Montreal. That's a proper question.
After playing with no sternum for the last 2 seasons. We talked early in the show. Devon Achane, they have the voluntary workouts today. Devon Achane was a no-show. Voluntary workouts, but, Hafley said, well, it'll all get worked out. This is part of the business. Is Devon Achane someone where even though you're going into a rebuild, you would say to yourself, yeah, we got to extend him. We've got to pay him like one of the top running backs in the league because he's shown us that he is. And whether we're going to be competitive next season or the season beyond that, he's one of the few, if not maybe one of 2, that would earn an extension right now.
I'm going to come at this question with a ton of conviction. Sure thing in my mind. I believe in this wholeheartedly. I think both options are certainly okay and certainly defensible. I think that he is certainly deserving of that extension. And if the Dolphins do end up signing him to that extension, that's smart business, and he's a player worth the money and a player worth keeping in that regard. On the other hand, they are in a rebuild. If somebody comes to them, and I've said this to you guys before, if somebody comes to them with a first-round pick
no trade. It's just, hey, he's going to sit out. He's going to hold out if he doesn't get an extension.
Well, I'm just saying the logical alternative to they're not just going to let him sit out. They're going to move him. Like, it doesn't do them any good.
Well, there may not be someone who wants to give up a first-round pick for him, though, and you're not going to give him away for a second-round pick.
I'm just saying in this scenario that I've created, which is different from the one that you asked me, I think both are okay. I would pay him the money. I think he is one of the handful of running backs in this league that is worth it. He has proven time and time again that he can be the entire offense. You throw him a swing pass on 4th and goal at the 11-yard line with no blockers in front of him, he's going to turn it into a touchdown. Like, that's just the type of player he is. My only concern with him would be he has dealt with some nicks and bruises here and there, and he has had to miss some time with injuries. And because he has been their entire offense for 3 seasons, 2 seasons, whatever it's been, he's taken a lot of hits. And long-term, can his body hold up? That would be the one concern for me. But I don't think there's a wrong answer here. If it were me, I'd probably extend him.
But Josh, to that point, and I'm with you. Like, I don't want to say I don't believe in Devon Achane. He can play ball. There's no team that's one running back away from a Super Bowl. In 2026, there's no team that says I have to get a running back to win a Super Bowl. This isn't Emmitt Smith. This isn't Thurman Thomas. This like I'm one running back away.
I would compare it to like when the 49er. I know that Achane is like a rung below what Christian McCaffrey is, but I don't think the separation is that much. But it is similar to the 49ers thinking if we get Christian McCaffrey, that puts us over the hump. And there's got to be teams out there, 2, 3, 4 teams that think the same thing, that if we get a running back with what we have, the quality of Devon Achane, that could get us over the hump and potentially into Super Bowl contention.
I understand that logic, but I just want to point out the San Francisco 49ers have not gotten as close to winning a Super Bowl since trading for Christian McCaffrey. And Appel, I know there's several factors at play there, but I do think that's worth mentioning. Right. Yeah. I mean, all the electric waves at their practice facility. But seriously, I think that's worth mentioning because, yeah, in theory, you have this unbelievable weapon that is getting you closer to competing. But the reality is, are the Dolphins going to be competing right now?
But you have no offense. You have no threat without him. I mean, you're literally punting on an offense.
Have some respect for Theo Weiss, okay?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, but that's the truth. It's Theo Weiss and Tutu Atwell. Like, I mean, you have to do something in order for Jeff Hafley to be able to figure out what he's doing with Malik Willis. You've got to give Malik Willis some sort of opportunity to thrive, even though it's not going to be to the playoffs. Like, I just think it would be short-sighted.
I agree, and they need to have some sort of dynamic player on offense, and Achane is that. But to Solana's point, yeah, the 49ers haven't reached where they wanted to or thought they would with McCaffrey. But for the Dolphins' purposes, that part doesn't matter. It's just, are there teams, and I think there are, that think that if they get and make that trade, that will put them over the hump. Like, after that, the Dolphins don't care. If they decide that they want to make the trade and move on, all they need is someone that thinks that they're close. Whether or not that actually ends up working out for them, once the trade happens, that's not the Dolphins' problem anymore.
How will you be watching the Masters this week? Will you make a pimento cheese sandwich?
No.
You will not.
No.
You will not.
I specifically, when my father went to the Masters a couple years ago and I asked for the hat, they have pimento hats that are orange that are just like this that say pimento on them.
And you got the azalea hat?
And I got the azalea hat. I love a flower.
Man, that's a big mistake. You could have had a hat that referenced their famous cheese sandwich. And
but you know me. I'm not a big cheese guy.
Did you just say you're a flower?
I'm a big flower guy. I'm not a flower. I'm a flower guy.
6'5".
You're not a cheese guy?
Depends.
On what?
Depends what the food is.
I want to see who was going to bite on that.
If it's like a grilled cheese, I'll eat a grilled cheese. But like if it's just two pieces of white bread with pimento cheese spread on it and it's like cold, I'm out.
So you'll just sit there and watch the Masters with no pimento cheese sandwich?
I mean, yeah. How crazy of me. Sit down, watch the Masters.
Kind of crazy. I mean, what are you going to eat? What are you going to do? Bring in Flanagan's?
I mean, that would be amazing. It's better than a pimento cheese sandwich. Are you kidding me?
We have to agree to disagree on that one.
Stop it.
I mean, a pimento cheese sandwich to watch the Masters? What could be better?
I don't need a peas sandwich to enjoy the Masters. All right.
The worst.
Yeah, that's
really
Pimento cheese peas.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Yeah.
He's truly the worst.
Sandy's no big talk today.
Sandy's on the mound tonight. Is there a danger of him if he continues to look as good as he's looked in 2 starts? Is there a danger of him being moved this season?
Well, I think everybody thought that was going to happen last year in the Marlins. Number one, he ended up not turning it around until the last couple of months of the year. But the Marlins also ended up being in contention for the wild card. So they ended up hanging on to Sandy Alcantara. I think the Marlins will take that similar approach again into the deadline this season. But with Peter Bendix, you never know. I mean, he traded Luis Arraez early May a couple of years ago, and the Marlins are starting to see some of the benefits of the pieces they got back in that trade. They got rid of Tanner Scott at the deadline a couple of years ago, and they're reaping the benefits of some of the names from that trade as well. I think you have to see where the Marlins are at that point in time approaching the trade deadline. If they're still in it and Sandy's humming along, I don't think they should be in a rush to trade Sandy Alcantara. I think they should try and make a run at the postseason with him, but
do they have enough to make a run at the postseason?
I think they certainly are well constructed enough to be in the wild card race again this season. I would love to see them when the time comes add, but think about the start they're off to. They're 6-4. They won a game in the Bronx. They probably should have won that second game as well. But they haven't had Kyle Stowers through the first 10 games. They're not going to have him for probably another week or so, maybe a little longer. Jacob Marcy's gotten off to a really slow start, but you've got Otto Lopez and Xavier Edwards who have put together a great first 10 games, one of the most productive middle infields in baseball to start this season. And so other guys are picking up the slack in place of an injured Kyle Stowers or a struggling Jacob Marcy out of the gate. So I think that there are guys on this team that can pick up for others, but I would like to see maybe them add if they're still in contention. And there were some reports out there that if they are in contention come the trade deadline, that they will be aggressive in adding to this team. I think it would. We have this conversation every year. I do think it would send the wrong message if Sandy's having a great year and they're in the race and they end up trading him at the deadline. I really do.
Hey, Thursday, the Marlins have an afternoon game, but the Masters gets underway. Which one do you watch?
So, as you guys know, I have 3 TVs, not to brag, downstairs in our living room. And so I'll have the Marlins on one TV.
So which gets the main TV?
Probably the Marlins, because that'll be shorter. And then the Masters will go on to the main screen, but I'll have featured groups on both of the top 2.
Ah, very good. And what are the featured groups that you're looking forward to watching?
Obviously, Rory. Want to watch Scotty. I'm a big Ludwig Alberg guy.
Oh, who does not like Ludwig? I thought it was Aberg.
It's Alberg. I sat next to Akshay Bhatia on a flight once.
It doesn't have an L as an N.
Yeah. It's Aberg. You sure?
It's Alberg.
You sure?
I bet on him. It has no L.
Right. It's Aberg.
I'm not saying an L.
Yeah, you are. You're saying Alberg.
Like Alberg. Like ow. That hurt.
Oh, Alberg.
Yeah, he's I'm not sure where he's from, but he's from Europe.
You know who's celebrating a birthday today?
Who? Ludwig Alberg?
Daniel Berger. How's the course playing, as a matter of fact? All right, we got He's literally the worst. He's the worst. I hate him. I'm glad you're not coming to the Marlins with me and Jimmy tonight.
You guys are gonna have a great time.
Does it look like we're going to the Marlins game?
Jimmy, I don't think so.
Jimmy's either going to the Marlins game or he's going on a cruise tonight.
Jimmy, where did you get that Hawaiian shirt?
One of the two.
Fanatics.
Wow. Great buy.
Yeah, that is a great buy. All right, we'll see you, Josh.
Bye, guys.
There you go. Josh Appel. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more Hochman, Crowder, and Solana.
You're listening to the Hoch, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Tighten your ass up, Whale.
So,
or baseball movies, right? You make my heart sing. So it is indeed Ludwig Oberg. I have received confirmation from Leroy Horde and 5,000 texters. Ludwig Oberg. He's Sweden. Swedish.
You said he's Sweden?
He is Sweden. He's the entire
He's
country.
Sweden.
He's the whole country.
That's it. He is Sweden.
Wow.
Ludwig Oberg
All right.
is Sweden.
All right, Norwegia over here.
He's Sweden. Put that down on the podcast description. Ludwig Oberg is Sweden, according to Hoch. So the Master starts Thursday. Darren Ravel, friend of the program, odd bird, but a friend of the program. He tweeted out his top 3 most overrated food or beverages in sports. And it's things that are known at a particular sporting event. So you understand what I'm saying? Like the pimento cheese sandwich at the Masters, which is his number 2 most overrated food item in sports.
Yes, Hawk. Pimento cheese sandwich is terrible.
Well, I mean, agree to disagree, but I would imagine they sell more of those than any other food item, so you can't say it definitively that it's terrible. I mean, why would all these people buy terrible sandwiches?
Get a burger or pulled pork. I guarantee it sells faster.
They sell pulled pork there, and it does not. The pimento cheese sandwich is what sells more.
That's bad.
Well, I mean, just your opinion. You cannot definitively say it's a bad sandwich. Neither can Darren Ravel. This is his opinion. His number 3. His number 3 is strawberries and cream at Wimbledon.
That's delicious.
That's sacrilege.
Well, a lot of people would say that about the pimento cheese sandwich.
I don't think anybody other than you really cares about the pimento cheese sandwich.
They
but
literally sell hats with the pimento cheese sandwich. You just heard it in the last segment. How can you say I'm the only one who cares?
But strawberries and cream
Oh,
is maybe the best duo in the history of sports.
better than Jordan and Pippen.
I mean, tell me what's better than an afternoon at the Wimbledon tennis lawn and some strawberries and cream.
It's awful. In my opinion, gnawing on strawberries and cream.
Why are you gnawing?
Gnawing.
You're not eating the strawberry
Yeah.
like they cut the strawberries up. Huh?
I'm familiar with how strawberries and cream
Well, I don't
come.
think you are because you gnaw
I'm
on a
sitting
corn on
here-
the cob.
I'm sitting here at a tennis match and I'm gnawing on this bowl of strawberries and cream. I mean, it's incongruous with a sporting event. So I'm with Darren Ravel on that one. I like of all the things, I'd even go Dippin' Dots strawberries and cream flavor over actual strawberries and cream. If they offered that, I don't know. It's the ice cream of the future. I don't know if they've gotten to strawberries and cream yet, but yeah, I'm not down with that. Then Darren Ravel. So strawberries and cream, Wimbledon, number 3. 2 most overrated is the pimento cheese sandwich at the Masters. Anyone like to guess what number 1 is? Iconic food item at a sporting event. And I will tell you the sporting event is next month.
No idea.
The Kentucky Derby.
That is right.
But I don't remember what.
Really? That's funny. You got the event right, but you can't think of what food item
What's
is associated
popular?
with the Kentucky Derby. Do you know, Jimmy?
The Jubilee.
I do not know.
The Jubilee?
Oh, the julep thing.
It's the mint julep. Yeah.
That's right.
The mint julep.
Yeah.
What is in the mint julep?
I don't know.
Is it a shake?
No, it's an alcoholic beverage.
A shake.
You're adorable.
I have no idea.
What is in a mint julep?
Mint.
Which
Mint, probably.
already I don't like. 'Cause,
Well,
like
we've had this discussion before. I love mint.
I'm not a fan of mint. I think mint should be in gum. That's it.
And cigarettes.
mint julep, the ingredients are bourbon, fresh mint leaves, spearmint is ideal, simple syrup or sugar, and crushed ice. Oh, and you have to muddle it. I love a drink that's muddled.
An old fashioned.
Right? The best drinks are muddled.
I think muddle is just to make you feel good about yourself.
Yeah, totally. It's nothing. It's really just shake it up. It's like muddling is such a great term, but it doesn't do much.
So bourbon and sugar.
Bourbon, mint, simple syrup or sugar,
Yeah.
and crushed ice.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Bro, that's a Moscow Mule with bourbon.
Is it? I don't know what a Moscow Mule
It's
is made
vodka
of.
and ginger. I guess it's nothing like a Moscow Mule.
It's a Moscow Mule with all different ingredients.
A fish sandwich is just a hamburger. What?
Actually, a fish sandwich is closer to a hamburger than a mint julep is to a Moscow Mule. That's funny. All right, let's do headlines here for the 3 o'clock hour. Brought to you by Durrell Hyundai. You always pay less with your Pricito at Durrell Hyundai. Visit them at Durrell Hyundai or DurrellHyundai.com.
So you're saying the only good mint product is like mint gum?
Let me think about that.
gum.
A Camel Crush.
A what?
Camel Crush.
What is that?
A cigarette. With mint inside the filter. You crush the filter and it there's little tiny capsules of mint.
I've seen those.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the Biden administration outlawed them. Way to go, Joe.
Because a friend of ours, she had these little tiny cigarettes that she bought at the duty-free shop, and you crush the end of it,
The
and
filter.
it releases a strawberry flavor.
Right. Mint, strawberry,
Interesting.
sometimes different fruity flavors, and it enhances the
The
experience.
smoking experience.
So I've been told. My dad told me. I don't know.
Listen, man. Next is crack. What are you doing?
But I would say out of the 3 that Darren Ravel listed there, the pimento cheese sandwich is delightful. There's no one who doesn't like a cheese sandwich. So that one is ridiculous.
It's a cold cheese mush
The mint
inside of
julep,
bread.
I don't know. But the worst out of all of them is strawberries and cream. It's a stupid dessert item. Like, it's just strawberries and cream or a breakfast item, whatever you want to call it. It's just dumb.
Why?
You know why? If you,
No, I don't.
I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you asked. Because if you want to have something healthy, if you want to have some berries, eat a bowl of berries. Eat a bowl of strawberries or eat a bowl of blueberries, whatever you want to have. This is my whole take on the sweet potato fries. Like, if the only way that you can eat the strawberries is to cover them in whipped cream, what are we doing? Just get strawberry ice cream. Go get a strawberry Frosty. Like, you're not fooling me by having a bowl of strawberries that conveniently are just dipped in a whole thing of whipped cream.
But, Hawk, is whipped cream delicious?
Oh, I love whipped cream.
Are strawberries delicious?
No. Which is
Yes,
why
they
you
are.
never have a bowl of strawberries.
So you don't like strawberries?
I do
You
not
don't
like
like-
Oh, okay. All right.
So why would you love strawberries and cream?
What kind of crazy person doesn't like strawberries?
I don't like
No,
strawberries.
everyone loves strawberries.
I do not.
I'm not even kidding. I think the strawberry is the most beloved fruit. I'm not saying it's the best.
No.
I'm not saying it should win a prize. I'm saying
No.
you'll find people who hate bananas. You'll find people who don't like mangoes. You'll find people who don't like to eat grapes. You'll never find anybody.
You literally are sitting next to someone.
You're the only person I've ever met that
You'll
doesn't
eat
like
a banana
no
or a
chance.
strawberry?
No chance Jimmy likes strawberries. Jimmy, you like strawberries?
I like strawberry smoothies.
Yeah, there's no chance he likes strawberries.
That's exactly what I expected from Jimmy.
You're right. Can't even take an opinion on that. It's like, well, I have had strawberry Eggos.
And strawberry quick.
Crowder, what's the most common? You go to Smoothie King. Or you go to whatever, like Robert is here, you go to a shake place.
By
What's
the
most
way, if
common
anyone
shake?
was on my Instagram this weekend and saw the giant strawberry croissant that I had with Lori, ignore that because normally I don't like strawberries.
Such a phony.
Strawberries might be the best fruit out there.
No, it's not even in the Mount Rushmore.
I just think it's the most beloved. I'm not even
What's the Mount Rushmore fruit?
fruit roll-ups, popsicles,
Donut. Strawberry donut.
right? Strawberry jelly donut, and peanut butter and jelly.
Here are the
Strawberries
sandwiches.
are top tier.
Yeah,
No,
for sure.
No, I disagree.
For sure. Here are the sandwiches. Yeah, we're talking to the guy. The only time he eats fruits is when he eats cotton candy grapes.
Oh, those are so good.
They are pretty good.
They are good, man. I have a batch at home right now.
Have you had the honey grapes?
No.
Publix has honey grapes now.
Tastes like honey?
They taste like honey.
There's no honey
Chaz.
added, right? It's not like they.
No. It's like the cotton candy. I don't know how the GMOs doing all
Bro,
the stuff.
yeah, they grow 'em.
Bro, get some honey grapes. My 5-year-old loves them.
I love a flavored grape that doesn't taste like a grape. My favorite kind of grape doesn't taste like a grape.
Ball of cotton candy.
Are dates fruit?
Yeah.
Like a raisin's a fruit, right? So it's just a dried up grape, isn't it?
A date?
I'm saying raisins would be considered fruit, and that's just a dried up grape, isn't
Right.
it?
But what does that have to do with a date?
They're in the same family, I believe.
I don't know. I'm
hate-
asking. I'm
I
asking.
literally hate being on your side in arguments.
Are dates and raisins
What are you talking about?
in the same family? No. Damn.
Give it a shot.
Dates are the fruit of the date palm.
Oh,
Raisins are dried grapes.
interesting. We've established that.
We all know what grapes are and raisins.
Are dates fruits?
Oh, I totally. Thank you, texters. I forgot for the Mount Rushmore fruits, Jolly Ranchers.
The most famous fruit would be apples or oranges.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah. I guess that makes sense. I'm not a big apple or orange guy.
I know you don't eat apples because you have funny gums.
I love an apple. I'm not a big orange guy. Lori eats those sumo oranges every day.
Sumo
Hawk.
oranges?
Yeah.
What is that?
Every
I've
day.
told you, Ticket Wizard ruined my life with those Sumo citrus oranges.
Yeah.
They are so good.
She buys 5 a week.
We stopped my little Chaz in his lunchbox. He has to have Sumo citrus oranges now. We used to do the little, what's the little cuties, whatever they're called?
Yeah.
He won't even eat cuties anymore because that damn Ticket Wizard made me start buying Sumo citrus.
Clementines, right? Clementines.
Well, it's a clementine, first of all, not a time. But I don't. A cutie is an orange.
No, cuties are tangerines.
No, they're not.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they are.
They're not. They're oranges.
Are cuties clementines? Yes, cuties are a brand of clementine.
You said tangerine.
I'm pretty sure the clementine and the tangerine are the exact same thing. What's the difference between clementines and tangerines? They're both small, sweet mandarin orange hybrids.
Cuties are small, sweet, seedless, and easy to peel California-grown mandarins, and then in parentheses, clementines. So an orange is a clementine?
Tangerines have a deeper orange color, a flatter shape, and are more tart. Complex flavor.
Yeah, tangerine's not a cutie.
I've got a complex palate. That's the problem here.
You don't.
Here are all the sandwiches, by the way, at the Masters.
All right.
Egg salad.
Nope. No one likes egg salad sandwiches.
No one.
Pimento cheese, of course.
Of course.
Terrible.
Both of those run you $1.50 only.
Yeah.
Pork barbecue sandwich.
Delightful. Remember what Gino Toretta told us? He bought the pimento cheese sandwich and the pork barbecue and then took the pimento cheese and put it onto the pork.
I can fool with that.
Yeah. Savory tomato pie.
That's a sandwich?
Yeah. These are just sandwiches.
So what is the tomato pie sandwich?
I have no idea. It could just be like a bruschetta.
I was gonna say with a little cheese, tomatoes and cheese.
You think just a tomato and cheese sandwich?
They're eating pimento cheese sandwiches.
What's it called? Tomato pie?
Savory tomato pie.
Tomato pie sandwich. Masters. The tomato pie. Let's see. It's just been added. Added
it's
last
new?
year.
Oh, okay.
They debuted a new menu item on their iconic cheap concession lineup, the savory tomato pie. Almost looks like one of those McDonald's pies. See, look, I'll show you in the camera.
Oh, like the Hot Pocket?
Yeah.
With no meat?
I don't know. I'm having a tough time finding in very secretive about this tomato pie.
I need meat on my sandwiches.
I get it because it's savory, and who doesn't enjoy a savory treat?
Is tomato savory?
Well, the pie is savory.
Oh.
Heady play by them to call it the savory tomato pie.
Because if you just sell a tomato pie,
Mm.
I'll go with the pimento cheese sandwich. But savory,
Masters Club.
yeah, club sandwich.
Club sandwich.
Love a club sandwich.
Chicken salad on honey wheat.
Chicken salad on honey wheat. No, I got to pass on that.
Chicken salad is egg salad because eggs are liquid chicken.
All right. Oh, okay.
Ham and cheese on rye.
The whole show is who can out jackass the next guy.
Somehow you haven't won with fruit roll up as your favorite fruit.
How about that? I hate strawberries, but literally the most recent thing on Instagram. We specifically went to this place because of the strawberry croissant.
And Jimmy's favorite fruit is a strawberry shake.
Smoothie.
And a classic chicken sando. Those are your sandwiches at the Masters.
All right.
Grilled or fried?
Tree jamming in on text.
Hmm.
Tangelos.
That's right.
If anybody was concerned where Tree has been lately, he has sent me proof of life. Tangelos.
My man Tree.
This is the funniest thing. Like out of nowhere, just a text that says Tangelos, and I know exactly what he's talking.
Ticket Wizard text me. Ruined your life! Exclamation point. Man, I gotta go to Publix at 9:30 at night if I don't have these damn Sumo citruses.
Because they taste that much better. I'm not a big orange guy because they look ugly.
They're ugly. I'm telling you, we were on the little Tangelo or whatever, tangerines and all for years. Went fishing with Ticket Wizard. He introduced me to this Sumo citrus. I brought him to the house, and now all my kids, they won't eat any of the other oranges.
But it's that much better. It is. You bite into it, it tastes that much better.
It's delicious. It is.
Are they seedless?
They're seedless, they're bigger, and they're sweeter, and they like you can pull the skin off and all this stuff, man. Yeah, my 5-year-old, he won't eat any other oranges.
So
and
it's like a stone crab versus a
blue crab. Exactly. So I was feeding my kids blue crabs their whole life. Then Ticket Wizard introduced me to stone crab oranges, and now my kids all want stone crab oranges.
Somebody texts in, my 11-year-old overheard you guys right now. Ask me what the hell I was listening to. You guys are crushing it. You're welcome.
Where do you get those? Where do you get the Sumo oranges? Just at Publix or whatever?
Yeah. Publix.
And produce.
I like $1 a piece.
How do they get the seeds out of the oranges? It always kind of trips me out a little bit.
Men
I
with
like
little
it better.
hands. Men with little tiny hands.
All right.
You know the little guy in my phone named Claude? Yeah. On the weekends, he works inside the sumo citrus plant. Hey, sorry, folks. Enough of you texted us. You didn't want to hear about Giannis anymore, so this is what you're stuck with.
All right, here are your headlines. Today, the Dolphins began off-season voluntary workouts, and Devon Achane, according to Ian Rappaport, will not be present for the voluntary off-season program, and he called it, quote, part of the business.
All right. Not a shock.
Michigan did beat UConn to win the Natty.
How about that? So I'm guessing, Crowder, that you had Michigan minus 6.5?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
And Don Staley messed me over, so I had to double up my bet on Michigan, and they won by 6.
Yeah, I got to do something with the Marlins game tonight.
Yeah.
I got to get back on the winning train.
Sandy over on Caves. What's that at?
Let us see here. Marlins tonight are minus 145 favorites. And Sandy over 5.5 Ks.
Over.
All right.
I took the under because he only had 4 that one game, but then he plays 9 innings and throws 61 pitches.
That's the crazy part. Like, the guy throws more innings than anyone else.
Yeah, I'm staying away from Sandy. I got burnt last week.
The Miami Heat, they do have 4 games left. They play against the Toronto Raptors tonight and Thursday. Tonight's game is at 7:30. Don't get tripped up because Thursdays is at 7. Tonight is a 7:30 p.m. tip-off. A Heat loss tonight does eliminate them from a top 6 seed. So if they have any hopes of not being a playing tournament team, they must win today.
Raptors are 1.5-point favorites tonight.
And the Panthers are in Montreal. They'll face the Canadiens. Matthew Tkachuk is out because his daughter will be born soon. The Cats are eliminated from the postseason, but a 7 p.m. puck drop nonetheless. That game will be on AM 560. Los Marlins will play Los Rojos on AM 790, our sister station tonight. And the Miami Heat will be on FM 104.3.
Canadiens, by the way, minus 250 favorites over the Panthers tonight.
Y'all remember the day you were born?
Yeah.
Like
You
it was
remember the doctor grabbing your little legs.
That's right.
Get out of here.
Well, I just neutered your argument. I'm playing chess, baby.
Your weather, it's 79 degrees in Miami right now. Still cloudy. It's been raining pretty much all day. Will be raining into tomorrow as
Roof
well.
is closed tonight, I'm guessing.
It's got to be.
All right.
Yeah, it's got to be. The lows will be in the 70s. That weather report was brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping keep your family and your home safe when the storms roll in. Visit tornadoroofing.com for your free roof and window estimate.
All right, make a plan to spend a day enjoying the great horse racing at Gulfstream Park in beautiful Hallandale Beach. They've got live racing Thursdays through Sundays for the entire month of April. I mentioned with the mint juleps, you can mark your calendars right now for the annual Kentucky Derby Trackside Watch Party. Gulfstream Park, Saturday, May 2nd. You can get details. You can get your tickets right now at gulfstreampark.com/events. But that's a fun place to watch the Kentucky Derby if you can't make it to the actual Derby. Cirque du Soleil Lucia is currently playing at Gulfstream Park right now. That runs through April 25th. You can get your tickets online as well. Gulfstream Park, perfect for a day of racing and fun. Also a perfect venue for groups, events, and private parties. They host groups from 10 to over 1,000 people. Make it a day at Gulfstream Park. Nothing better than a beautiful South Florida day, betting on some horse racing and enjoying the great sights and sounds at Gulfstream. You can get all the details right now at gulfstreampark.com.
You're listening to the Hoch, Crowder, and Solana Show.
I've wondered what planet a Solana is from lately, and I'm finding out it's definitely not Earth.
All right, we're going to jam in a little Talk About It Tuesday. But we're already running late, so fire off that big open, Jimmy. No shenanigans, no fun and games here. No Abbott and Costello. Fire off that big open.
On Tuesdays, Hoch and Crowder talk about it.
I ain't got time.
3 restaurants to eat at for the rest of your life.
Talk about it.
How often are you changing your toothbrush?
Talk about it.
Pecan or pecan?
Talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
All right, Solana, wow us on this Talk About It Tuesday. Wow us.
I don't think I can wow you.
All right, well, let's wrap it up.
In the spirit of the Masters, we're talking about the Masters. This just seems like a pretty straightforward question. You can have one of these options.
All right.
A ticket for free. You're not paying for any of this.
Okay.
A ticket to Sunday at the Masters.
All right.
A ticket to the Super Bowl. Or a ticket to the World Cup final. You can only pick one.
Wow. Talk about it.
Talk about it.
Talk about it. It's a good question. I am going to remove the Super Bowl because, and it's not our team is in it, right? This just would be a random year.
Correct.
You don't know. Your team might be in it, might not.
You don't know. But yeah, I don't want to say the Dolphins are there because obviously
Then,
we would all
right,
pick
yeah.
the Dolphins.
So I'm going to say no on the Super Bowl. I probably could have been to one by now, and I haven't. So that would lead me to believe it's not that important to me. The World Cup is interesting because it really, if you don't recall, and you'll find out in a couple months, it consumes everything. Like if you forget, like it's all anyone is talking about. So that's interesting to me as well. But for me, it would be Sunday at the Masters. First of all, I want to get one of the actual pimento and cheese sandwiches. I can hold it there. But I think that would have, first of all, I think it would be the most relaxing. I don't got to go through 8 hours of, there's only a certain number of people coming in. It's not a Super Bowl or World Cup that's got 80,000 people there. And you get to walk around leisurely. And I would do the Masters. A Sunday Masters would be my choice.
This is going to be quite surprising because I'm like you, Hoch. I take the Super Bowl out of it because I had 2 Super Bowl tickets for years and I sold them all.
Would lead you to believe it's not that important to you.
It's not that important. I sold all my Super Bowl tickets. I think the statute of limitations is gone because it might be illegal, but I sold them all when I was playing. So I wasn't that into the Super Bowl. The Masters seems like it's a long day and a lot of work. I gotta walk around and follow people and eat pimento cheese sandwiches. I don't want any pimento cheese sandwiches. Seem like fun.
Fucking a half.
But Hoch, when I went to El Clasico one time, that's not as big as the World Cup. I had an amazing time, and I don't even remember who was playing in El Clasico, Brazil and somebody. I would love to go to the soccer match, the epitome of soccer in the world, because the passion was there in El Clasico, and I know the World Cup is going to be crazy. I would choose the soccer match.
Interesting. Jimmy?
I'm going to say the World Cup as well.
World Cup. And Solana, I'm going to guess World Cup for you.
Yeah, World Cup, obviously, for me. But here's the thing with the Masters. They're going to take my phone away.
Right. That is true. No phones. I got to rethink this. Hold on.
I'm standing in the hot sun. It's potentially going to rain for 10 hours.
Yeah, but the same thing could happen at the
hours.
World Cup.
Right, but I could go under the concourse for some shade. The big draw that hockey is telling me about.
I can go into the pro shop.
That you're going to go into the pro shop?
That's right.
You've got to walk. I've got to walk 18 holes to get to the pro shop.
I can get shade as well.
I'm following a golfer that I don't even really care about. Let's be 100%
Ludwig
honest.
Oberg.
And I can't talk to the person next to me.
Sure you can.
And it almost seems like a chore with how perfect everything is. They talk about how pristine it is. I have to like watch where I'm walking.
Yeah, I like that. People need to behave more.
A lot of rules. No phone. Quiet, please. You're holding up quiet, please signs.
That's going to annoy me, the no phone, because I really live on my phone. How am I going to wager hole by hole if I don't have my phone with me?
You have to constantly like be moving. I have to move. Oh, look, he just
No, you could plant yourself.
He just swung.
No, you could plant yourself.
Oh, he just drove on
In
13.
fact,
I gotta move.
they're so polite at Augusta. You put your chair down, no one takes it, no one uses it. So you could sit in one spot for the entire match.
Forget that, man. And I've been to the Super Bowl. Overrated. It's better at home.
Yeah.
It's like it's not even a question. The musical performance, which everybody wants to watch, being there sucks live. It's better at home.
You
Don't
can't
spend the
even
money.
see the weekend through all the mirrors. You didn't even know which one was the real guy.
A lot of people say a Super Bowl is the Super Bowl until the game breaks out. Then it's a football game.
Right. Yeah, I've thought about it now. I've rethought about this. Masters still.
Too many rules.
I like rules. Need more rules in this world. Everybody's willy-nilly. You know, you saw what happened when everybody wanted to just sneak into that soccer game that was here in
the Copa America final.
Yeah. Remember, everybody they were climbing through the air ducts. Yeah, you're not doing that at Augusta.
You like rules because you've never been locked up.
That's right. You know why? I follow the rules.
Me too.
Jimmy, you ain't gonna make it in jail.
Hey, easy way to
Probably
avoid
not.
it. Easy way to avoid it. Follow the rules.
What if somebody wants to fight? What if somebody wants to fight and you have to show them? Okay, well, you want action? I got action.
Oh, got to call the police. Let them handle their business. Follow the rules.
This next topic really upsets me.
All right.
I don't know why, but it really upsets me. You see this report that Fernando Mendoza told the NFL he's not going to attend the NFL draft this year.
I saw that.
And he wants to enjoy the moment with his family back in Miami, which I guess I can respect.
Right.
But as the number 1 overall pick, everybody expects you to be the number 1 overall pick. It's pretty obvious you're going to be the number 1 overall pick. Don't you belong at the NFL draft for all the pomp and circumstance? Is Fernando Mendoza almost kind of giving a bleep you to the entire spectacle that is the NFL draft?
Talk about it.
Talk about it.
Talk about it. This is a good question. You have wowed me today. My initial reaction is that, you want to spend it with your family and you don't want it to become a whole thing where you're being dragged around by the league. And I respect that. But you know what? I think you do owe it to the league and the fans. You got a huge event, the draft. Hundreds of thousands of people attend. Millions of people watch on TV. Sometimes you owe it. This is the same thing. How about the best actor nominees who don't show up for the Oscars? Hey, get over yourself, Sean Penn. Hey, get over yourself. Sorry you can't smoke in the auditorium for 3 hours. You'll survive. Fernando Mendoza's kind of doing a, hey, look at me, Louie thing here. I know everyone goes, so I'm not going to, but you know why? Because I love my family and I love Jesus. All right. But you could love them at the actual draft. I'm going to say Fernando Mendoza should be there at the draft.
I agree 100%. Go do what all the other predecessors have done when you're the number 1 pick and be there and represent the NFL and represent your future employer. But a deeper point of this is what I've told y'all about Fernando Mendoza. He is going to struggle in the Raiders locker room with all the goofball stuff he does, the Naruto run, and the crying when he talks post-game. And now Jesus doesn't want me at the draft. Jesus is going to be at the draft in the second row. He's going to have a tough time with these grown men with all the goofball stuff he's doing. He should be there. It's part of the process. You're representing the league now. You know you're going first pick. Now nobody walks up. Nobody's going to walk up. It's just going to be Roger Goodell standing there looking like a goofball himself. 2 goofballs are around now. This stuff is going to haunt him in his career, and he's going to struggle in the locker room.
Jimmy?
No, he doesn't know anybody to be at the NFL draft.
Fair.
No, he doesn't.
Fair.
He doesn't know the league, Jimmy?
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. No,
Jimmy.
It's his moment. If he wants to do it at home with his family, he's entitled to do that.
I'm with that.
Man, get your ass to the damn draft.
Solana?
Jimmy's never had someone's conviction behind it.
That's right. I love it.
Hell yeah.
Go, Jimmy. You and I, we're getting in a fight tonight somewhere at Lone Depot Park. You and I, man. We're looking for trouble tonight. You ready to look for trouble tonight?
Yeah. Let me call my supervisor.
Y'all might want to fight some middle schoolers. Y'all don't get into it with no grown-ups.
I'm looking for trouble. And I got my backup. I got my wingman right behind me.
Jimmy kind of sold me on this.
You were wavering?
Well, I rethought about it
Yeah.
as you did. Jimmy kind of sold. I'm with you, Jimmy. I ride or die with you. Even though I hate your outfit today, I'm ride or die with you.
I look good.
Yeah. Well, good is.
So you're telling me he's better? He's different than Joe Burrow, Lamar, Josh Allen, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning. Like Fernando Mendoza is not supposed to do the process of the draft.
Sometimes you got to be your own man, Crowder.
Get out of here.
I just like arguing the other side when I'm on his side. You would take the whatever pill, huh? At the Matrix?
I would take the red pill because I want to know the truth.
Yeah, it sounds like you wouldn't. It sounds like you'd take the green pill.
It was blue. Red or blue.
Whatever. That's what I knew something went wrong for me that night because I took a green pill. It was
you took the green pill.
Lights out, man.
You chose the roofie.
All of a sudden, I wake up. I'm in a bathtub with Keanu Reeves. I go, what the hell is going on here?
They had a third pill.
I think that'll do it, huh?
Yeah, I think we're out of time.
You wowed me. That was good. Those were 2 good questions.
Good.
All right. 4 o'clock hour is coming up. Maybe we'll do more. You want to do more in the 4 o'clock hour?
I have more.
I like it. Solana, you on fire today. Let's go.
I've got 2 more. I'm not even kidding that are probably better than those 2.
What? I don't know if we'll have time, but maybe.
All right.
Everyone's invited to the Hard Rock Bet Party. It doesn't matter who you are. Your name is on the list. Sign up today. Double your winnings on your first 10 bets, max $50, but you can double your winnings on your first 10 bets. Download the Hard Rock Bet app right now. Make your first deposit. Get the party started today. On Hard Rock Bet, the double your winnings welcome offer is just the start. You also get new promos every day of the week, so just open the app right now. Maybe you've heard us talk about it. The biggest golf tournament of the year tees off in Augusta. Whether you just want to pick a winner or you want to live bet the action hole by hole, swing for the green on Hard Rock Bet. Also, the 327 fights go down in Miami this Saturday. 2 title fights ready to headline an epic night. Step into the cage, make your picks hit harder with boosted odds on Hard Rock Bet. And if you're late to place your bets, don't worry. Hard Rock Bet has live betting for practically any sports, any game at any time. Plus, for select games, you'll even be able to watch the action through the in-app live streams. But it all starts with one simple thing. Download the Hard Rock Bet app right now. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
You're listening to the Hoch, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Yeah.
We are going to, depending on how we do on the clock, we're going to debut our 5 o'clock hour theme song from Georgie today, about 57 minutes from now. So depends how we do on the clock, though. If we end up breaking super late and we don't get back till 5:05, that's on us. So we got to make sure that we stick to the clock this 4 o'clock hour.
Got you.
I'll start with the stock market report that's sponsored by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE, 1-800-747-3733. It was a weird day on Wall Street because of the deadlines that were announced by the president, and the market tanked, but then it came back. So anyway, it ends up pretty much unchanged. Dow Jones down 85 points, S&P 500 up 5 points, NASDAQ up 21 points. So not much action on Wall Street. 15 minutes of heat. Heater in action tonight. The Heat game again tonight, 104.3 FM. Panthers tonight, 5:60 a.m. Marlins tonight, 7:90 a.m. So you've got an outlet for anything you want to hear. 15 minutes of heat. That's brought to you by Doral Kia, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit them at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com. So here are your lines for tonight's Heat game, which, if the line hasn't changed, Heat are 1.5 point underdogs in Toronto. Let's see. His mic sounds super loud to me, Jimmy. I can hear every breath he takes. Did you change the settings on your mic? Is that your normal mic?
Yes, it's my normal mic, and I don't know how to change the settings.
All right. Sounds very loud, doesn't he?
Yeah, but he's like,
Yeah.
He's like
Sounds like
breathing
me.
right into
So don't
it.
breathe. I shouldn't breathe.
Are you out of breath?
I am.
You wear a CPAP?
I do snore.
Do you? Yeah, I've started snoring too as I've
Really?
gotten older. Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. Terrible. And I don't have any tolerance for people who snore.
Solana,
So I
I
hate
guarantee you snore, Solana.
I don't snore.
Oh,
All
teeth
your
rattle.
ailments.
Well, I grind my teeth.
Oh, do
I
you?
used to, but now I wear retainers.
Oh.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, put in the retainer before you go to bed.
Yeah, I never used to snore, and now Lori tells me I snore, and yeah, sometimes I'll sleep sitting up because I'm annoying her so much.
I snore on the plane.
Oh, I don't like people who do that.
Yeah, they wake me up all the time. Lady will tap my little elbow and say,
Yeah.
"Sir, can you?" I say, "Yeah."
I do a casual bump in, but then I'm looking the other way. So, they get rousted a little bit. Yeah, but I'm doing something else. I'm playing Sudoku.
Couldn't have been you.
Yeah, couldn't have been me.
Couldn't
but
have been you.
Something knocked them out of their slumber.
Yeah, you tap my elbow, I'm gonna tap your elbow back.
Tyler Hero tonight, over under on points. You want to take a guess?
I drool.
All right. Tyler Hero.
You have a
over under on
retainer
points.
in. You're a grown man with a retainer.
Heat and Raptors, Tyler Hero, over under on points tonight. Anyone want to take a guess?
20.5.
22.5.
21.5. Middle. Bam.
20.5.
21.5.
21.5. You nailed it. How about Norman Powell?
14.5.
Nah. 18.5.
17.5.
Back in Toronto, by the way.
Andrew Wiggins.
9.5.
15.5.
13.5.
Under.
How about Jaime Jaquez Jr., a man who is untouchable in a potential Giannis trade?
Yeah, can't give him up. 9.5.
15.5.
10.5.
10?
10.5.
Jaime Jaquez Jr.
Jaime Jaquez Jr., 10.5 is the over-under tonight.
That's easy money.
Easy money?
Easy money.
You've been on a little bit of a heater when it comes to the Heat.
Easy money.
He has.
All right. I'm not
Can't
going to
gamble. I'm in New York.
I might have to follow your lead there. Brandon Ingram, he's on the Raptors.
Oh, thanks, Hawk.
Big light-skinned fella.
Only 4 games left in the regular season. Appreciate that info.
I didn't want you to be embarrassed during that preheat show.
19.5.
21.5.
22.5. RJ
Ugh.
Barrett, also on the Raptors.
Yeah, 18.5.
20.5.
22.5. Jacob Pirtle.
Jakob.
Pirtle.
I don't even know he plays basketball.
11.5. Pella Larson.
7.5.
9.5.
10.5. Let's see if there's any wacky lines in the association tonight. OKC at the Lakers. Lakers have lost everyone.
Luka's out. Austin Reeves is out.
OKC at the Lakers.
OKC 13.5 point favorites.
Oof. OKC minus 9.5.
OKC minus 17.5.
Nah, that's
Yee.
crazy, man.
Maybe LeBron's not playing. LeBron is not playing.
Rui Hachimura overs.
15.5. It's 15.5, but there's no props for LeBron, so I'm assuming he's out.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. That's the 3 seed in the West.
Yeah.
They're a 17-point dog.
Did y'all see Stephen A. Smith say that Luka's acting hurt because they were losing?
It was like he says that's not what he said, but there seems to be video proof that it is what he said.
Well, to be fair to Stephen A., he said that prior to knowing that Luka had sustained an actual injury that would keep him out to the end of the regular season at the very least, because that news came out after his show had already aired. But he was suggesting that Luka just tapped out of the game and quit on his team. Later, we find out that Luka was hurt. So he was wrong. Like, he's got to eat that.
Cleaning lady came in.
Oh.
How's she
I think
doing?
they call them housekeepers in the hotel business.
I still go with cleaning lady and stewardess.
All right. Anyway, there you go. There's 15 minutes of heat. Headlines here brought to you by Durrell Hyundai. You always pay less with your Pricito at Durrell Hyundai. Visit them at Durrell Hyundai or DurrellHyundai.com.
You guys saw Kyle Pitts is signing a franchise tag. So he's going to stick around in Atlanta to get a weapon or retains a weapon.
Well, Michael Penix does.
Tua does. Tua's going to start.
I mean, do we know this for a fact?
I think Tua's going to start.
I think so as well, but I wouldn't, if they sign a tight end or a receiver, I wouldn't say Tua's got a weapon. I would say Michael Penix till I'm told otherwise.
Michael Penix is in a wheelchair.
Well, listen, so is Tua.
He just has the headgear on when he goes to the grocery store.
Crowder was in a wheelchair last year for March Madness. I just remembered that when you said wheelchair.
He was?
Yeah.
Although it wasn't really a wheelchair. It was more like an office chair with wheels.
That's what you want to talk about, huh, Solana?
You talked about his retainer. You've got all false teeth. You talk about their wheelchairs.
I don't have false teeth. I have veneers.
Are those your original teeth?
They're not false teeth. They're veneers.
Well, they got to be one or the other.
You wouldn't get into the Hall if there was a Hall of Fame of teeth, because those are performance enhancement.
That's correct. That's a great point.
It made me look better.
No, that's fine. But like Barry,
did it make me look better?
But Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa played better.
Right.
But they cheated.
Right. You cheated on your teeth.
Right.
Thank y'all. I appreciate it. I know I look good.
Hey, don't get me wrong, man. Best era of baseball ever, in my opinion.
The best year of your teeth ever.
Michigan beat UConn yesterday to win the Natty. What type of emotional wreck do you think Dan Hurley is today? Like, if there's one person I don't want to be around on planet Earth
Well,
today.
do you think he expected to win, though? And I know Coach
Yes.
Larinaga has always said, it doesn't matter who you lose
What do
to.
you mean?
They were 6.5-point underdogs.
But they're the 2 seed in the NCAA
But they were
tournament.
playing the 1 seed.
I don't know.
I
mean, you don't not know who you're playing. Like, when a team's a great team.
But Hawk, when you stay up for 3 days, scheming up and thinking about your changes and knowing that you can adjust to this and adjust to that, you think you have them locked in. It's not a surprise.
Right. But I'm just saying, do you at the end of it say, you know what? We kept it to within 6. They were arguably a much better team than us, rankings-wise, and so I'm proud of my guys and proud of my effort for making it 6. I don't know if Dan Hurley's got that personality to do that.
No. I was going to say, Hawk, Michigan was gigantic. Michigan has 3 7-footers. They were going to big man them sooner or later, and they started big manning them. But Dan Hurley thought that he could schematically change the outcome of that game.
And he may have, but just not enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he expected to win that game. I know you're saying they're 6.5-point dogs, but this isn't a 1 seed against a 14 seed.
No, I get it.
Like, they're the 2 seed, and he's won 2 titles already, or 1 title already. I don't know. I just imagine he's a wreck today. I saw him walking through the tunnel after the game yesterday. He seems like somebody who, like, those losses weigh heavily.
I would pay money, like pay-per-view, just to watch Dan Hurley walk around life. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he just seems that he is a lit fuse.
He didn't sleep last night. He had to get 2 hotel rooms for him and his wife.
Right. Hasn't eaten.
Nope.
Still wearing the same suit.
Yeah.
Was in the gym, running on the treadmill at 3 a.m.
Yeah. Yeah, he was definitely in the gym. He was definitely on the treadmill last night.
Or just like one bender in Vegas.
He was in the steam room. He was in some sort of steam room.
Hey, there's video right now. Malik Willis.
Oh.
Throwing a pass to his number 1 target.
2-2.
Malik Washington.
Oh. Little twist at the end there. I didn't see coming.
The Dolphins tweet out Malik to Malik with the heart eyes emoji.
Oh, all right.
Mm-hmm. That's our season.
Everybody's buying up what Jeff Hafley is serving, man, because he clearly I saw I don't know if it was Alan Pupar of SI.com, maybe it was Joe Shad, but somebody tweeted, hey, this doesn't matter on Sundays, but man, is Hafley a great communicator. Like, he can communicate with the media exceptionally well, and he clearly has the ability to connect with his players. They pointed out, like, that doesn't matter on Sundays, but he's winning the offseason thus far since he was hired.
Is he winning the offseason? See, I don't know about that. For Dolphins fans, maybe. But Dan Campbell won the offseason nationally his first season with Detroit. He was I would submit to you, most people cannot name the Dolphins head coach. Most football fans across the country couldn't tell you Jeff Hafley's name. Dan Campbell, that first offseason in Detroit, maybe even Ben Johnson in Chicago last season. Like, we're happy, but I don't know if he's winning the offseason. I don't know if it feels like the Dolphins have found lightning in a bottle nationally.
I think nationally, to Hawk's point, nationally, no one cares who the Dolphins head coach is right now.
Yeah.
He hasn't Dan Campbell. He hasn't Ben Johnson. He hasn't done that. I think he's got us because we're reaching and hoping for a change. And he's talking about, I even say it, I like the words he used, physicality and aggressive and all the stuff he says. But nationally, it's like the Heat stuff, Solana. Like, you love Pella Larson and Jaime Jaquez Jr. Nobody in Sacramento's never heard of Pella Larson or Jaime Jaquez Jr. I think Hafley is exciting to us, but he's not exciting to the nation.
Well, just like Pella Larson and Jaime Jaquez Jr. in Sacramento, they should learn their names. They should all learn Jeff Hafley's name,
All right.
Crowder. Everybody should learn Jeff Hafley's name.
I like him. I hope so.
You know what happened to me this Sunday? My horse Inbox was running at Santa Anita. So I bet him, and I have a, financial stake in the horse. And he gets bumped coming out of the gate and never got his footing. Ended up coming in fourth. He probably would have won money if he didn't get bumped coming out of the gate. It was a nice race, ended up in fourth. And then I find out who was at Santa Anita that day enjoying the races.
Who?
Mike McDaniel. Mushed my horse.
Yep.
He mushed the horse.
He mushed my horse.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
He might have bumped him.
He might be the guy who bumped him.
Might have been racing against him.
I mean, you don't know.
He's small enough to be a jockey.
Yeah, that was the end of my story. He was at Santa Anita because he was riding the 5-horse.
Bumped Inbox.
Can you believe that? Mike McDaniel was at Santa Anita, mushed my horse.
Now, that's a funny visual. Mike McDaniel as a jockey.
How about all the NFL coaches as jockeys in one race?
Ooh, Andy Reid's horse about to be fire hot.
It's going to be a rough ride. Dan Campbell's not whipping the horse. He's just punching it in the face.
Punching it in the back of the head, spitting dip on his neck. That horse is not going to be happy.
Hey, the Panthers who play tonight, Tarasov's in net, by the way, tonight. And Matthew Tkachuk, he will not be playing tonight because he's headed back to Florida. I'm sure he's already here. This is tweeted out by Jameson Olive earlier today. His first baby is arriving soon.
All right.
Is he married? Matthew Tkachuk? Or he has a girlfriend? Does anybody know?
I mean, I would assume that he's married.
You know you can have babies without being married, Jimmy.
Say not in 2026.
Oh, no,
Jimmy.
of course. But, I don't know.
Huh?
All right, well, those are your sports headlines. Your weather in South Florida right now, it's 80 degrees. It has been rainy. Seems like it's subsided a bit here in El Portal. Tonight, the lows are going to be in the mid to low 70s. This weather report is brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting. Storm season is coming. Make sure your home is ready. Get your free roof and window estimate today. Visit tornadoroofing.com. Just Jimmy is adorable. Like,
he is married, by the way.
All right.
Just I feel like Jimmy assumed it would be more pure if Matthew Tkachuk
100%
had a baby,
yeah.
not out of wedlock.
Right.
You're not wrong, Jimmy. I mean, it would be
Jimmy. I'll teach you how to make babies.
It's your weather.
That's it.
That's it.
All right.
Yeah.
Bonus round of Talk About It Tuesday in the next segment?
Man, you don't have to convince me. I'm telling you, I've got two bangers. I think two bangers.
All right. Possible bonus round.
Okay.
Of Talk About It Tuesday. In Miami, we go to the beach for a little solcito and dance the day away with a little salsita. And when you want a low price, we know you can always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Hyundai. Take advantage of a Pricito now on all your favorite new Hyundai models like a Tucson, Elantra, Santa Fe, Ioniq, Palisade, and more, all with owner assurance, America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles, and Hyundai complimentary maintenance. Don't miss your chance to save on a new Hyundai with easy financing, fast service, and the best value for your money, because you always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Hyundai. Visit them at Doral Hyundai or DoralHyundai.com.
You're listening to the Hoch, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Who are you comparing Kobe to?
Josh Giddey.
Go.
Run away. Da, 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 da. Run away. The celebrity birthdays today. Daniel Berger is 33.
Professional golfer.
How's the course playing, as a matter of fact? Tiki and Rondé Barber are 50. I didn't know they share a birthday.
They're twins.
Huh? Russell Crowe is 61.
Love Russell Crowe.
Surprised he's only 61. Thought he'd be older.
Why? Hey, he looks good, man.
I didn't say he didn't. I just thought he was older. Jackie Chan is 71.
Love Jackie Chan.
Do you?
Yeah.
All right.
I love Jackie Chan.
Have you seen him in any movie other than
The one with Chris Tucker?
I can't think of the name of it.
Rush Hour.
Rush Hour.
Yeah, well, Rush Hour 1, Rush Hour 2, Rush Hour 3.
I got you.
I like the Jackie Chan cartoon.
All right. How come you're so much louder than everyone? I noticed this the other day. I was listening to a podcast. His microphone is excruciatingly loud.
Mine?
Yeah, now it's better. See, you just like you're not
Do you
fooling.
think-
You're not fooling me. Do you not? I mean, you literally. That was adorable. And you can't stop breathing and moving your microphone around. What are you doing during the breaks that makes you so out of breath?
Well, I run down and I have to go down there and see Fred, and he wants me to talk to him about these Charizards and all this stuff. And so,
How long before Crowder is collecting Pokemon cards?
He probably
Yu-Gi-Oh
already
cards?
is. He
Yeah.
totally already is.
Yeah.
no, I get on the trends, but I can't. I'm a grown man. I can't worry about Rainbow Charizards.
Yeah, he already is. Guaranteed. He gave Fred some money and he said, "Hey, buy me some good ones. Let me know." Yeah.
I was in Walmart the other day and there was a big line, and I got in the back of the line, and I'm thinking I'm like, why is the line so long? But I'm just in the back of the line with my cart getting grapes and strawberries for Chaz. They're waiting for them to put the Pokemon cards on the shelf, all these grown men, so they can get the Pokemon boxes or whatever they want. It's ridiculous.
I am just tickled that I said your mic is too loud to Jimmy. And then he said, "Really? Mine?" But he had made it noticeably lower. Like, instead of saying, "Does this sound better?" he just tried to fool us. That was delightful. That was really cute. All right, let's play a bonus round of Talk About It Tuesday. Are we going to play the open, or we'll just go into Talk About It Tuesday?
No, we have to play the open.
You have to play the open? Okay.
Those are the rules.
No, I didn't know. That's what I was asking.
Sure about that?
All right, let's play the open then.
Okay.
On Tuesdays, Hoch and Crowder talk about it.
Pick 3 restaurants to eat at for the rest of your life.
Talk about it.
How often are you changing your toothbrush?
Talk about it.
Pecan or pecan?
Talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Today is also National Coffee Cake Day.
Oh, terrible cake.
Oh, Portillo's just made an announcement on Twitter.
Mm.
Lemon cake is back for the summer.
It was gone?
Yeah, they don't have that on the menu 24 hours a day.
Why?
I don't know. Like the McRib. Got to create a little demand.
24 hours a day.
Yeah, I got that wrong.
24/7.
I meant 365 days a year. I got
That makes
caught
no
up.
sense. I went to Portillo's with an open mind. You sent me there when
Yeah.
I was traveling with the Dolphins.
Yeah. Mhm.
I'm not kidding. The lemon cake was
The best thing on the menu.
The best by far. I got the chocolate cake. It was fine.
It's incredible.
It was a chocolate cake.
Their chocolate cake is famous, though. They're more famous for the chocolate cake than the lemon cake.
I thought it was fine. I think the Costco chocolate cake is way better. But the lemon cake, like, I would go back to Portillo's just for the lemon cake.
It's that good. I'm with you.
By the way, I love coffee cake, Crowder. I don't know if you're about to hate on it.
Coffee
I
cake?
I love
terrible.
coffee cake. Oh, give me a coffee cake.
Cake is terrible.
Starbucks.
Coffee
so
cake. I feel about coffee cake like Hawk feels about Girl Scout cookies and putt-putt.
What?
Coffee cake is nasty.
Oh, that's that's like erudite, you know? You have a little piece of coffee cake, talk about world affairs,
But it's
have some
little.
coffee.
Isn't it tiny?
Well, no, you can cut a piece. It could be a big coffee cake, and you cut yourself a little piece. You thinking of a crumb cake?
No, I'm thinking of coffee cake, Hawk. That's what I'm thinking of.
No, but you're
It's
right.
always
There's
little.
there's no better food to have a serious discussion over while just picking at some coffee cake.
I mean, the world's problems can be solved over one coffee cake.
No, ribeye.
Ribeye? A ribeye? What? Nothing's ever been solved over a
Problems are
ribeye.
solved eating ribeye.
Because you know what it does, Hawk? I serve you a slice of Publix cake, like a birthday cake.
Yeah.
You need a fork to eat it. Because
Right.
if you didn't eat it with a fork, I think you're disgusting. I think you're a pig.
Yeah.
Coffee cake, you don't need a fork. Just you and me, human to human.
Right.
Mano y mano.
Right. All right. What do you have for round two of talk about it Tuesday?
So Pizza Hut, I don't know if you saw this. It's only in Canada, but it's bringing back something that they apparently was very popular there. Their wild hot dog stuffed crust pizza for baseball season. It's inspired by baseball season. It's a stuffed crust with a hot dog inside the crust. Every slice has a whole hot dog base inside the crust. And it just got me thinking, stuffed crust, in my opinion, might be a little bit overrated. So what is the better option? Stuffed crust doesn't have to be a hot dog, just stuffed crust or regular crust.
Talk about it.
Talk about it.
Talk about it. You are wowing me today. It's a great question. Regular crust. Nobody needs cutesy crusts.
Yep.
Pizza and crust. I feel the same way about these pretzel buns. I've told you. A bun is fine. A French fry is fine. You don't have to get cutesy with the sweet potato fries. You don't have to get cutesy with the buns and turn it into a pretzel bun. Pizza crust always delivers. So now I got to stuff something in it? I got to put something inside the perfection of the crust? Get out of here with that. Regular crust, no stuffed crust. Stuffed crust, I actually walk out.
Hawk. Is a burger or a cheeseburger better?
Cheeseburger by a mile.
You put cheese on it and it elevates the flavor palette and the taste.
Pizza. I've got cheese on my pizza.
If you just want the bread, and you can eat the bread. What was it? Pizza Hut started stuffed crust. And then Papa John's took over stuffed crust. Have you ever had a Papa John's stuffed crust pizza with the garlic sauce? I don't even want the pizza anymore. I don't even want the cheese and pepperoni anymore. I just want to eat the crust with the cheese inside and the garlic sauce.
And just order some mozzarella sticks.
It elevates the experience of a pizza because now there's cheese on both sides.
No.
There's double cheese.
Jimmy.
Regular crust.
No one can hear you. What'd you say? No, I'm just teasing. Regular crust. Solana?
Here's the thing. In theory, stuffed crust, because Crowder's trying to lay it out there. Oh, you're adding cheese to bread. I mean, how could that not be great? In theory.
That's also called pizza.
Fair. In theory, it does sound delicious. But by the time the pizza gets delivered to my house, the cheese that they put inside the crust has gotten cold. It's gotten hard. You want to talk about gnawing on something? I'm gnawing on this crust.
Solana,
It's become a chore.
you live in Immokalee?
It's become a chore to get through this crust.
Yeah.
I'm good. Like, I've already had my fair share of pizza. I don't need more cheese.
That
Regular
statement has never been said. I don't need more cheese.
No, I'm with him on that one, and I'd like
Y'all
to
are
to
crazy.
second that. I don't need more cheese.
Everyone
one.
needs more cheese.
What do you have? You said you had 2 more, so I'm ready. I am ready, Solana.
This one's interesting.
All right.
Shaquille
I
O'Neal.
put cheese on my Kit Kat bars.
Yeah, but you also have pounds of candy in your night drawer.
Yeah, you're so far gone.
Valentino's like, is he being serious about the candy?
Yeah,
thing?
sometimes I know his BS. That one was serious. He's got
no.
candy in his nightstand.
Lemon heads and red hots in my nightstand 24/7.
He I think he thinks going downstairs to the kitchen is like commissary. And then he brings it back to his cell and no one can touch it if it's in his cell. Like, like commissary, the kids can touch, anyone can get something out of commissary.
Uh-huh.
But once he gets it back up to his cell, you better not step to him because that's his stuff.
I got a hot plate with ramen noodles in my bedroom.
Yeah, he's making lasagna with SpaghettiOs and a hot plate.
Shaquille O'Neal and TNT. They're launching a professional dunking league.
Yeah,
called Dunk Man.
Yeah.
I saw this morning, and here's what they write. They're debuting over the summer. The league's going to feature 24 of the world's best dunkers. There's going to be 4 group stage events culminating in the Dunk Man World Championship with a grand prize of $500,000. And this is a very simple question. Do you have any interest in watching Dunk Man this summer?
Talk about it.
Talk about it.
Talk about it. No. We've seen dunk competitions. They're good. They get boring after an hour. And sometimes you're even familiar with the dunkers. Not often. But like a league, I'm going to tune in each week to find out who, some Slappy McDougal, and I'm sure the dunks are great. But I'll see it on Twitter or Instagram. I'm not watching that league. That sounds like something some guys are in a bar, they're talking at the table. What would be great? A dunking league. Just dunking. Dunking's the best part of the game. Let's do a league. Let's see if we can find an investor. They find some dumb investor. The guy knows Shaquille O'Neal. They say, hey, we're going to pay you $1 million to be the voice of the Dunkman League. He says, sure, I'll go talk about that wherever you need me to talk about it. Zero chance of this being successful. Zero.
I will not watch to answer the question, but what people try to do is fill the void, the dog days of summer void. When baseball, everybody's 41-41 mid-season. They're trying to fill that void. UFL, The Rock is trying to fill the void right now, the void of not having football. So they're trying to fill a void this summer of basketball, but it's the same way I feel about these amateur leagues where when you see the top level athletes doing things, you don't want to see a high schooler go dunk. And there's only so many dunks. If you go back and watch Dominique Wilkins and those guys dunk when Dwight Howard was dunking with the cape on, jumping over cars, there's only so many dunks you can do. And after that, like, what are you going to do? So I agree with Hawk. At some point, now you're just throwing the ball through the hoop because you're 7 feet. I don't want to watch that over and over and over again every single night.
Zero chance that it could work. Jimmy?
No.
Hell no.
Nope. He's not watching. Solana?
Here's the thing. I could watch better dunks on Instagram.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just there. And I guarantee that these guys are going to can jump out the building. They're probably going to put on a cool show. Like, I'm sure the dunks will be special because they're just going to be dedicated now to dunking. But how's that interesting to anybody?
It's not.
It's interesting on the first Wednesday, and then Friday, and then Sunday, and the next Wednesday, and then the next Friday, then the next Sunday. it's not sustainable.
That's a made for clipping social event.
Yes.
That's all it is. You want to know what is a good show, though? I just saw this right now. Chopped is getting a new spin-off series, Chopped Castaway on Food Network.
Yeah.
So the elements across 2 grueling cooking grounds each week, they're going to battle the elements, I should say. Competitors must build a working kitchen from basic supplies, earn their signature chopped ingredients baskets through intense physical challenges, and cook entirely over open fire. They're going to drop them on a private island and tell them to cook stuff. That's a good damn show.
That's a good show.
That I'm watching.
I wouldn't. Kevin Love was on CBS Sports. They asked him the top 5 players that he's ever played with over the years. Did you see this?
I did.
Kyrie Irving, LeBron James,
Of course.
Bam Adebayo,
Of course.
Jimmy Butler,
Hmm.
and Kevin Love.
Whose list was this?
This was Kevin Love's list,
He enjoyed playing with himself.
I guess. Well, who doesn't? Jimmy Butler and Bam.
Jimmy, I think Jimmy will be enjoyable to play with until he goes into Jimmy Butler mode.
If you were one of Jimmy's guys, it would be enjoyable to play with him. If you're not, that guy's got no kind of gray area. If he doesn't like you or doesn't respect your game or doesn't respect your effort, you're done in his book.
Yeah. Extracted. Have y'all seen that show?
No.
It's a survival show where your family has to decide if they should go get you or not. You can't tap out. Your family has to tap you out.
I've
So-
seen the coming attractions for it.
Yeah,
It did
so
look
I-
interesting in theory.
Asia, I should get on the show and never tap me out. Don't even go. Like I'm not gonna die. I'm me.
Yeah, I would have the opposite. Tap me out. The moment you just look at my eyes and get me out of there.
Hey, how you doing, ma'am? Give me a couple more minutes. Thank you so much.
Oh, that was dismissive.
I love you.
That was dismissive. She needs the room. You're probably staying in the room too long.
Mhm.
Her manager has probably said, no, he's not checked in anymore. You've got to get him out of that room. And you go, a couple more minutes. Thank you very much. You didn't give her a chance to respond. Like if you say a couple more minutes, she may say, no, we don't have another couple minutes or whatever. You just dismissed her. Oh, thank you very much. You're not the one to determine thank you very much.
I don't need the back and forth of all this.
She can thank you very much. You can't thank her very much.
I don't need the back and forth of all this. I'm working.
It's her room.
It's not her room.
It's not your room.
It's my room.
No, it's not.
It was my room 2 hours ago.
You're a squatter? Because you're not the person who says thank you very much in that situation. She has to be.
I don't know. In New York, there's squatters' rights. So Crowder
are
may
squatters'
have.
rights.
No, I'm
Crowder-
saying he's a squatter.
Yeah, you may have legal right to that room, Crowder.
How long can I stay here?
As long
2,
as you
3,
want.
4 days?
As long as you want. It's not exactly how it works.
I'm pretty sure, Crowder, that room is yours until you decide
Right.
to leave.
There would never be rent or mortgages if it was by your rules. Just stay wherever you want as long as you want. All right, 5 o'clock Funky Buddha happy hour is coming up. Low testosterone is a real issue for many men. It can lead to poor sleep, low energy, brain fog, reduced sex drive, makes it difficult to stay in shape. That's where Atlantic Men's Clinic comes in. Atlantic Men's Clinic are the experts in treating low testosterone and other men's sexual health conditions. They have successfully treated many men for low T, including me. I was there today. I didn't forget to go. I went on the day I was supposed to go. And I'm here to tell you, you will absolutely notice a difference. If you're like the many men who are low T, within just a few weeks, you'll feel your energy return, the brain fog go away, your sleep improve, your workouts improve, your sex drive will be significantly enhanced as well. I've been getting a testosterone shot once a week at Atlantic Men's Clinic for over a year. Wish I had started sooner. More than just testosterone, Atlantic Men's Clinic can help men lose weight, support metabolism, improve gains in the gym, and more with 4 targeted body composition plans featuring GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1, PDA, and more. With the low T treatments combined with the body composition programs, most men notice real improvements. And no joke, as you get older, you're going to notice the decreased sex drive and putting on weight, less productivity at the gym, where you wake up feeling tired in the morning. You have those symptoms, schedule a consult with Atlantic Men's Clinic. They have 7 locations in South Florida. Call them at 877-455-7300. 877-455-7300, or you can visit atlanticmensclinic.com. Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
You're listening to the Hoch, Crowder, and Solana Show.
In college, they called me Black Bill Gates.
it is. Y'all know what time it is. Working all day. That's all I see. It's 5 o'clock somewhere and it's right here. The Funky Buddha happy hour, everyone grab a beer. See, the boys are back and so are the guests. We talk food more than sports, but we winning our bets. To the moon, bro, with all the moon, though. Hot takes and more, that's coming soon, though. Every banger like a pass, every bar off the glass. WQAM, and they coming for that ass. I'm a spaz like Solana on preheat. My dog don't care who the kicker is as long as they got 2 feet. Pickleball champ, and he about to repeat. Don't sleep, y'all, the picture get vivid. Especially with Crowder when he cooking on the pivot. Yo, that boy did it. Played for the Finns, embraced by this city. And then comes the man who's silly but stay litty. Loves avocado toast, and I hope that you ready for Mark Hochman, the big stepper. From the Shah, Kane alumni, the big rapper. Gotta dap him up. And like you messing with the neighborhood chick, let's wrap it up. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. And it's right here. Take it on home. Take it on home.
Gonna take it on home. It's our guy Georgie. Another banger from Georgie.
I love that.
JORGMUZIK, Georgie Music. If you want to follow him on social media, 5 o'clock hour is the Funky Buddha Happy Hour. And there's a lot going on at Funky Buddha. Tonight, Texas Hold'em. They do Texas Hold'em tournaments tonight. You can watch the Panthers game there as well. I'm sure they'll have the Marlins game on one of the TVs, Heat game on one of the TVs. But Funky Buddha, couple things. Just saw on their Instagram, coming up on April 17th, they're doing a spring dinner. And that's when Chef Jeff throws it down, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He does a extensive menu and they do beer pairings with it. And I was looking at the menu and I don't have time to get into it now. But if you go to funkybuddha.com, you can buy tickets for the spring dinner on April 17th. That would be money well spent because he does throw it down. Saturday at Funky Buddha, one final Panthers watch party. That's the official Panthers watch party. It's this Saturday, 7 p.m., Funky Buddha in Oakland Park. They say we're going out with a bang. Enjoy specials on Gloves Off, the red IPA brewed in partnership with the Florida Panthers, plus a special surprise, which they will unveil later this week. So Saturday, Funky Buddha, official Panthers watch party. Panthers and Maple Leafs on Saturday.
What could that special surprise be?
I don't know. You tell me.
Maybe
nachos?
Maybe. Or they found a way to put the Panthers back in the playoffs.
Oh, Funky Buddha.
They paid
somehow got the Panthers in the playoffs.
The NHL.
Could happen. Anywho. 5 o'clock hour is the Funky Buddha Happy Hour. Let's get headlines with Solana, brought to you by Darrell Hyundai. You always pay less with your Pricito at Darrell Hyundai. Visit them at Darrell Hyundai or DarrellHyundai.com.
Would you like to hear some sound
I would.
from... Well, you don't know what the sound is.
I do. I'm up on the chat here. Jeff Hafley on the Devon Achane situation and how it'll play itself out. I see Jeff Hafley, day one expectations. I see Jeff Hafley, how to make a strong impression at the first workouts. So I do know what you're talking about.
No, that's not what I want to play, actually. I want to play some sound from he practiced today. Niko Jovic talking about his injury.
Now you're going to have Jimmy freak out.
Yeah, so Jeff Hafley, for those that don't know, today was day one of voluntary workouts. And if you're a new head coach, you get an extra, I think it's like 12 days or maybe it's 2 weeks to have players come to the facility.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Everybody else is April 20th, I believe. Huh. So you get 2 extra weeks. And today was that day for Jeff Hafley and the Miami Dolphins. So officially, Jeff Hafley era began today. And very notable, Devon Achane not present at these voluntary workouts.
Right.
I think that's important.
Yep.
But I think it's safe to assume Devon Achane probably won't be at, mini camp, training camp until he gets paid. At least that's the way I feel. Anyways, here was Jeff Hafley addressing the situation.
Achane was not here today.
Your thoughts on the contractual situation?
I think those are talks for another time in between Achan and selling those guys. So I'm not going to dive into those thoughts right now. That's all. Like, honestly, that's part of the business. It's part of what every team goes through in those situations, and they'll work it out.
All right. I believe they will work it out because I think Sully and Hafley have both been pretty transparent that they like Devon Achane and would like him to be a part of the team for the long term.
Omar, when you were off last week, we brought Gelb and I brought Omar Kelly on, and Omar had a take that I hadn't heard yet. His take was, well, maybe Devon Achane doesn't want to be here.
Well, that's possible. No, that's definitely possible because he might say to himself, wait a second, I'm progressing to be one of the elite running backs in the league.
Right.
But I'm spinning my wheels here because they're not going to win this season, probably not next. And maybe I could go somewhere and be even more recognized and make more money and have more success in the league. I could see that.
Where behind the scenes, maybe Devon Achane is saying, no, I don't want to sign an extension here. Like, move me.
Yeah.
And, Sully's saying, well, we want Devon Achane here. And Achane's like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Here's Jeff Hafley on day one expectations on the Miami Dolphins.
Today's a lot of, me kind of setting expectations, going over rules, talking to him about the culture, the foundation, my expectations. And then really for the position coaches, offense, defense, and special teams, it's probably a lot of like first day of school, get to know the coaches, let them in their position rooms go over their positional room expectations, their rules, what they're looking for. I know both coordinators spoke to the offense and the defense separately, and then they kind of broke up in position meetings. And then we got into some football because there was times, but all we're really allowed right now in phase one is working out and in those meetings. So that's what we got accomplished today.
I'm imagining it is quite a culture change for those who were there for part or all of the Mike McDaniel era and are now here for the Jeff Hafley era.
Straight to the point. Direct, but straight to the point.
Yeah, I don't think he's interested in being friends with the players. I don't think he wants to be a D-bag, but I don't think he's interested in being friends. I think Mike McDaniel wanted to be everybody's boy when he got here.
Yep. Which, by the way, we all loved at the very beginning.
Oh, yeah. No, that stuff is great if it works, and it's not if it doesn't.
I remember 2 weeks into the McDaniel era, you and me were sitting out there, and we were listening to some of his cuts. We were going to play some of it like we're doing right now. And you said, hey, this is the type of stuff that people eat up when everything's okay, but it sours quickly.
Oh, look at the rain coming down. Think they're going to have the roof open or closed tonight for the Marlins?
Open, definitely.
All right.
You guys going to the Marlins game, and it's 5:10 already.
Yeah.
Might be late.
To get to the Marlins game by 6:40?
Lone Depot Park?
Stop it. It's going to take 15 minutes.
I don't know, man.
Let me see.
You know what the traffic's like to get on 836 West at this time? Good luck, Papa.
Directions to Lone Depot Park. 14 minutes.
Yeah, you can't trust Waze, though.
I mean, who do I trust?
You can't trust Waze.
Apple Maps.
Well, I'm on Google, by the way.
You use Google Maps?
Yeah.
Wait, no, did you just put that into Google?
Yeah. I just put directions to Lone Depot Park. I just open Google. I don't even open Google Maps. I just write directions to Lone Depot Park.
That's how you do it now?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Why?
Because you have Google Maps. Just download Google Maps.
I have Google Maps.
Right, but why would you type in, I need directions for this place?
You think I'm going to get... I type in directions to Lone Depot Park.
That's crazy.
You think I'm going to get a different answer if I open up Google Maps?
No, but just go straight, cut out the middleman. Go straight to Google Maps.
I didn't cut out the middleman. I used Google.
Use Waze.
Nah, Waze doesn't work well for me.
What does that mean? It doesn't work well for you?
Yeah, it doesn't. Waze is too cutesy.
What, it's anti-Semitic?
Yeah, it's just too cutesy. It's got too many alerts, too many...
it is cutesy.
Yeah, it's too cutesy. I don't need
I
that.
like the fact that I can see my fellow drivers.
Yeah, I don't need all that.
I love, anytime I see something on the road, I click, disturbance on the road.
You want to let others know.
100%.
Yeah,
I'm there to help.
I don't want to be bothered. I like to give out the wrong info. Police still there? No. even though I'm caught in it.
Here's one more cup from Jeff Hafley. How to make a strong impression at the team's first workout.
Show up on time and you can give everything you have every single day. I mean, that's kind of how I view everything. I mean, it's process driven to the point where there really is no end game result right now. It's show up, do everything you can every single day, and do the best you can at it, whether that's in the weight room, whether that's in a meeting room. That's got to be in everything that you do. I just want everyone's best and maximum effort and a great attitude. Like, control what you can control. You can control your attitude and your effort. So come in every day with a great attitude, come in every day with a great effort, give us everything that you have, and we'll do our best to help you out.
Pretty simple.
There's so much coach speak that I'm already sick of it.
But it's pretty simple, though.
Bring back Mike McDaniel. I can't stand it. Control what you can control. You're telling me we got through one day and he's already talking about control what you can control.
You want him to say something that's going to be so original that you can't believe that
tomorrow, you got to attack one day at a time, one play at a time, one possession at a time.
How many people do you think are going to be at the Marlins game tonight? 5,000?
50 people.
Yeah, 5,000 to 6,000.
Yeah. Sandy's pitching. It's unfortunate, but it's a Tuesday night. It's raining like crazy.
I mean, that was Wednesday. He ripped the fans.
Well, that was a noon game, though. This is an after work game.
That's fair.
So it should be a little bit different. And they were playing the White Sox, I believe. This is the Reds. At least it's a National League team. I don't know. You think there will be a line for the machete? That's really my greater point.
No, I do not believe there will be a line for the machete.
You think they'll bother making one?
You guys know where to get it? You know where to get the machete?
I don't.
At the pan con bistec stand.
Oh, well, I'm going to get the pan con bistec then. I didn't know they have that.
I've had the pan con bistec. Definitely recommend it. Out in like center right field, in between center and right field.
What are you getting, Jimmy? Plain glizzy?
Maybe a glizzy, maybe a pizza.
All right.
Who's paying for that?
No, who do you think?
and maybe a Mr. Softy later.
All right, I'll get you an ice cream.
See a bunch of people commenting on Tiger Woods not being at the Masters.
Yeah, you have to be thrilled.
Wasn't rooting against him. I just don't think he can win, and I don't want to see him out there if he can't win. When's the Masters dinner?
Such a lame take.
When's the Masters dinner?
Tonight?
Is it tonight?
Yeah.
Damn. How do we get invited to that?
Win the Masters. It's literally for Masters winners.
Can't buy a ticket to that, huh?
You cannot.
All right, so here are your local headlines, because I know we have to take a break soon.
Yep.
The Miami Heat, they do play the Toronto Raptors tonight. Norman Powell's expected back, and Tyler Hero is available to play after missing Saturday night's game. That is a 7:30 p.m. tip-off north of the border. You can hear that game on FM 104.3 WQAM.
You will get everyone started with preheat at 6:15.
Yes, sir. The Florida Panthers play tonight. Tarasov's in net. They're in Montreal. Oh, look at that. Everybody's up in
I know.
everybody's up in Canada.
How about that?
That game will be a 7 p.m. puck drop, and it's on AM 560 tonight.
All right.
And Los Marlins, they're playing the Cincinnati Reds. That game starts at 6:40, like we just mentioned. That game will be on our sister station, AM 790 tonight.
All right. So you got a lot of options on your radio tonight for some South Florida sports.
The update on Wemby, by the way, is that he does have to play one more game and play at least 20 minutes in that game, and he's going to be included.
Is he fine, though? I get nervous every time he goes down because I love watching him play. I'm bummed for the Lakers injuries. I mean, honest. Like, I'm bummed.
Yeah, that's stupid. But, yeah, he's just got to play one more game.
But he's fine.
And
He's
appear
not
20 minutes. I mean, I don't think it's anything serious,
right.
But yeah, like I'm not 100% sure because I thought Luka was fine, and then Stephen A. Smith told me he was just faking an injury. And we got breaking news.
Mm-hmm.
The New York Liberty extended a qualifying offer to my girl Sabrina Ionescu.
Oh, break out the shoes.
Yeah, can't wait. Love those shoes.
All right.
And Sam Darnold has tied the knot, Jimmy. So now he and his wife can have kids. Congratulations.
Oh,
All right.
exciting. Jimmy loves to hear that.
All right. Your weather in South Florida right now, it is pouring. Downpour. Monsoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty tough right now. Drive
Think
safely.
the roof open or closed tonight?
Yeah, no, tough call. It's 77 degrees. It's gonna be. I told you guys it's gonna be raining into tonight. It's supposed to pour tomorrow and some rain early Thursday morning as well. That weather report is brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, replacing roofs, roof repairs, maintenance, and hurricane impact windows and doors. Visit tornadoroofing.com.
All right, Josh Appel will join us in the next segment on this rainy Tuesday. Cheetah Pompano, what a great spot to watch a game or a fight. They got big fights in Miami this weekend. You can watch everything at Cheetah Pompano. Great spot. VIP areas, 4 stages of entertainment, and the most beautiful ladies in South Florida who will entertain you. Now, you know Cheetah Pompano has an amazing complimentary gourmet lunch till 3 p.m. every day. Happy hour specials till 6. Don't forget, if you're planning a bachelor party, there is no better place to have it than Cheetah Pompano Beach or Cheetah Palm Beach. And you can get all the details online, or you can get the details at the clubs themselves. Every day is a great day at Cheetah Pompano Beach. Make sure you visit Cheetah Palm Beach as well and get all the details on anything you need at cheetahsofl.com.
This is Hoch, Crowder, and Solana.
Jimmy, you know how to make a hot tea?
No, I do not.
You know the ingredients of tea.
Water.